Alright guys, let's get started here. Should be pretty good. Let me turn this light on. Alright, so we'll get started here with Strategic Command War in the Pacific. This is from the Strategic Command series. They have a whole series of different kind of strategy games. And they have one for the full war as well, like full of World War II. But I kind of prefer the regional battle, the regional ones versus the total conflict one. Let me see if my chat can actually pop up here. Okay, I can see it here. Let's just get started. So I'm going to start a new campaign here. I'm not sure which to play. Basically, you only have two options to play. They have some other here. I don't have this DLC, so we're not going to play any of these. I'm just going to play the 1941 start, which is the beginning of the American War specifically. We can get a quick idea of what the victory conditions are for the Allies and for the Japanese. For the Japanese, I don't know if we can actually achieve these like super high level victories. I'm gonna probably play Japan. I think I will play Japan because Japan is pretty fun to play as. Allies are good too. I mean, I don't know. Whenever I play like a strategy war game like this, I like to play on the opposite side of the Americans, you know? But actually in the Pacific War, I don't think I don't know. I mean, playing the Americans is pretty fun too because you get the island hopping campaign and you get to be very aggressive, and also you can accept a lot of losses, you know? As the Americans, it doesn't really matter if you lose that much because you can always kind of replace your losses pretty easily. For Japan, they can't do that, you know, so you do have to be a bit more careful. But we'll try as Japan first. If I get owned, it's not a big deal. Like, it doesn't matter that much. So I'm going to try to go for at least a minor Japanese victory, if not a major one. I don't know if we can get a supreme victory or anything else like that. But let's get started here. Yeah, I'll play as Japan, I think. We could play as allies too. This basically lets you control every single faction, though you can select certain factions to be controlled by AI. So if I don't want to play the whole allied faction, I can set like half of them to AI or something, and then I can just play like the USA, for example, if I just want to play America. But you do have to pick at least one. It's just up to you. Like if I don't want to play like the whole faction, you know, I can just pick one. For Axis, there's only one member, so there's not really any choices of options there. But like, yeah, like I said, if I just want to play like, I don't know, if I just want to play like Australia, for example, that's totally fine. You could just select Australia and set everyone else to AI. I feel like that'd be a little bit of a boring game though, because Australia doesn't have the forces in this scenario. You'd probably be better playing a smaller scenario that's more Australian focused to actually have fun with them. But on a big grand campaign like this, I'd rather play one of the big factions. So let's just play Japan. We'll play Japan here. And leave everything like the same. This can stay the same. You can always change this later in game anyways, if you want to. I'm actually going to turn these tiles on because I like to be able to see where my boats are. We'll do it like this. Okay, there we go. That's good. Yeah, we're gonna save anime from the pestiferous Americans. Okay. So War in the Pacific has begun. There's going to be a few kind of reports first. These are just some kind of advice for you when you're starting off the game. As we enter this new conflict to liberate our Asian allies from Western domination, we need to consider our strategies going forward. So it gives you a few ideas of how you can play. Is this a newer game? I think this came out last year. This is quite new in the Strategic Command series. Let me check quickly. I know this came out very recently. I think it came out 2024. I believe it came out 2024. Or maybe early 2025. I don't know. But it was very recent because I bought this pretty soon after it came out. I like these Strategic Command games, and I've played some of the different ones. Like, I actually was playing the Civil War one a lot because they also have a lot of expansions for some other 19th century conflicts, which is pretty cool. So I've played that one a little bit. This is just for the Pacific War only. They do have a new DLC for this, which I haven't bought, but I don't know if I will, to be honest. Okay, so here's some things we have to consider. hit a strong blow against U.S. Navy. It's vital we conquer as much territory as possible so that we can have income later. Basically, the Japanese strategy is you need to expand really hard and then play defensively, because you're going to hit the Allies as hard as you can, take as much as you can, and then the Allies are obviously going to push back, especially the Americans are going to push back, and you basically just need to play defensively and make them pay for every little bit of land. Basically like what Japan did in real life, except this time it's going to work, you know? This time we're actually going to do it. Hopefully. With my luck and my average skill, I might end up getting killed in like the Philippines or something like that. Okay, we need to impede the flow of supplies to China via the Burma Road. Conquering Burma will strike a blow against both China and the Western imperialists. Okay, good. Alliance with Thailand. You're advised to declare war on Thailand so that our forces in Indochina can start advancing towards Burma. And there's no need to seize Bangkok, as moves are currently underway to bring Thailand into the war on our side. A declaration of war on Thailand will not prevent this alliance. A Thai Corps will soon join us in our drive to create a greater East Asian prosperity sphere. Our forces amphibious transports in the Gulf of Siam are used to conquer Malaya and capture Singapore. Do not use them to capture Bangkok. So thanks for the recommendation that we shouldn't bother trying to conquer Thailand, because Thailand is going to join us anyways. Oh man, for a second I thought you were playing the other war in the Pacific. So the start is mid-Pearl Harbor. This scenario specifically starts basically at Pearl Harbor Day, right? See, December 7th, 1941, the day that will live in infamy. So this is Pearl Harbor Day, exactly at the start date of that. Okay, what are the other things they say? Building our greater East Asian co-prosperity sphere. In striking a blow in Western imperialism, we need to capture those places that are most used to them. This includes Philippines, Borneo, Brunei, and Dutch East Indies. However, do not neglect hitting other directions towards India, Australia, New Zealand, and other small islands of the Pacific. The more we capture now, the greater our income, and the harder to fight the enemy. The harder fight the enemy will face. Communists in Yan'an. Open conflict with Mao's communists must be avoided, at least for some time, if you do not advance close to their territory. Communist China has a 60% chance per turn of swinging 5 to 20% to the Allies if Axis units are within 2 hexes of Xi'an, Yuyang, Lanzhou, and Chongqing, or 3 hexes of Yan'an. Only advance toward those places if you're ready to fight the communists. Okay. Avoiding war with the USSR, so I just need to keep troops in a few territories to kind of keep the Soviets off my back. And I think that's it. Yeah, we're ready. So here's the kind of map, everything here. Like I said, it's only the Pacific, it's East Asia, and then the west coast of America, as well as Oceania. What are people saying? This was Shadow Empire for a moment. I forget stuff happened between Pearl Harbor and the nukes. Yeah, there was a big war, you know. The thing about the Pacific War, I mean, not that I like the Pacific War, but I like the Pacific War as like something that people don't talk about very much. I feel like even though the Americans were really deeply involved in the Pacific War, I mean, much more involved in the Pacific than they were in Europe. Like, America was definitely more heavily focused on the Pacific for most of the war. Only like near the end, when they did like Normandy, did they kind of redistribute a little bit more towards towards Europe. But I don't know. I wonder why the Pacific doesn't get as much attention as Europe does in media, especially since Americans make all the media anyways. I guess it's, I mean, I know why. I'm not going to say why. There's a very specific reason why Europe gets way more attention than Asia does, and why, people care way more about Europe than Japan and stuff like that. And it's one specific reason. It has to do with who makes the films, but whatever, that doesn't matter. Okay, so, yeah, we have Pearl Harbor here. I guess we're going to have to attack Pearl Harbor. We already got our setup here. Now, what can we do? I guess we should try to strike these battleships and stuff like that. Let's see. Let's do a carrier attack. Just try to bomb all their battleships. Keep our battleships in order, or sorry, our carriers in order, so we don't get them to do anything, have any problems. Oh, what happened here? Did I click something? Uh-oh. I think I froze the game. Okay, never mind. Sorry. I think I clicked something odd, and now the game's a little bit bugged. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. Blow up the fleet. Nice. Sink all the battleships. Now, I do wonder if we should stay here because the Americans are going to come here with a big fleet very, very soon. We do want to kind of sink these ships if we can. So I'm going to pull these ships in as well. We need to get out of here pretty soon because the Americans are going to come in. We need to pull out. Actually, you know what? Let's maybe start pulling out right now. We just hit some of the ships and get out of here. We'll send the submarine in, however. Okay, so pretty good. We'll keep the submarines in here to kind of bully the ships to hide our retreat. And I think that's fine. I don't know if we should try to hit them harder. They do have a few ships left. But these are just kind of like their battleships. I just don't want to lose these carriers if I stick them around here too long. So we're going to start pulling away and see if we can start attacking some of these places around here. So where are all our stuff? We have stuff spread out everywhere around the map. So it's a little bit hard to tell where everything is. We have a landing ship here, which you could probably bring to Wake Island to land. Okay, so take Wake Island. That'll be good. Where else do we have forces? Let's keep a look. There's stuff spread out through this whole map. I think the Pacific Theater isn't shown mostly because it's convenient for the postmodern narrative. Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, it's not conducive to the story that wants to be told about World War II. I mean, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I do think the Pacific War is very interesting, and it was much more active for most of the time, at least from the American perspective. So I always do wonder why Americans don't care about it as much, because obviously it was very important, you know? Like, it was extremely critical for the Americans, and also current day American power, you know? Like, how much American power is based on... what am I saying? How much American power is based on their influence in Asia? Like, a lot of the American authority is based on that. So, I don't know why they don't care. Well, I mean, I do know why, but I mean, I don't really know why. Let's invade Malaya as well. We'll start sending some troops in. Go up the coast a little bit. We'll try to surround this place here. Suffered some casualties landing. Try to invade Singapore. Oh, okay, we got the British fleet here. Oh, they're going to sink my boat. Oh, shit. Let's send in some of our ships and deal with these boats here. Okay, not very good. Okay, we got to start invading a few other positions here. Let's see if we can invade Brunei and Malaya, British Malaya here. What else do we have? Let's send some of our ships to attack these ships here. There we go. Sink the British fleet. Great. No. What else do we have? Let's see this one. Okay. Weird problem sometimes where I click. If I right click, sometimes it gives me a weird issue where the game like freezes up. Okay, let's see here. Perfect. That's good. Okay, good. And let's attack this one more time. Hopefully we can sink this ship and then invade Singapore. There we go. Take out the British fleet there. Let's also attack this British position. There we go. Okay, pretty good. We'll have to push all the way down into Singapore and take this out. Let me see what other... Sorry, let me read what people are saying. WWII, China, India, Australia, and US, very involved campaign. Yeah, it is pretty in-depth for Japan. More so than the Allies, I would say. Allies definitely have an easier time because you can focus just obviously on Japan only. You don't need to worry as much about multiple things going on at the same time. I need to think about invading Philippines as well, so probably use this force here. I just need to see where my forces are. My forces kind of spread around the map. We definitely need to go for Dutch East Indies as soon as possible, so I wonder if we should go Philippines first or go for the Dutch East Indies. We'll try to take some of these islands over here. Let me see what we have around here. Which islands are key for me right now? Where is Guadalcanal? I know that's something I need to take. Down here, okay. They kind of inflate some of the islands a little bit, so you can see some of these islands are way bigger, obviously, than real life. But it's to make it so you can actually fight on them with the scale of this map. I wonder if we should focus more on Philippines first, or start going after Dutch East Indies. I don't really want to spread around too much, but I want to clean up Philippines very quickly, and then maybe go to Dutch East Indies. So let's actually go for Philippines with this one. We'll get our carriers out here as well to support our Philippine invasion. Okay. Because there will be Americans around here as well. I believe so. Like, the Americans are occupying Philippines right now. The filthy imperialists. So we do have to watch out for them. Probably they're near Manila Harbor. Let me see. Can you play Battle Brothers? I don't know. I've never tried Battle Brothers. I know people keep mentioning it. Maybe I'll try it sometime. I don't really know anything about it. We got to indirectly enjoy anime as a result. Lots of veterans of the Pacific War came home 6 months after the war, and most people thought it was over with little fanfare. Okay. Yeah, I've heard about that too. I've heard about people complaining that, at least Pacific veterans complaining that they weren't getting nearly the same reception that the European veterans did. U.S. territory being attacked straight up, attacked straight to nukes, probably a more convenient narrative. It didn't happen. We wouldn't have Demon Slayer movie. Are there nukes in this game? Yes, there are nukes. Actually, I need to pay attention to my technology because that is very important for Japan specifically, because Japan lacks the resources that the Allies have. So you really need good generals and you really need good researchers, Japan. Let me see. That's actually funny to think about. Close to home first. Look out for MacArthur. Yeah, the generals actually the Pacific campaign. I was actually playing a Pacific campaign on my own earlier. I was playing as the Allies that time. Well, specifically I was playing as America, but even playing as America, your supply lines are extremely important because of how spread out the map is. Like how huge this map is and how long the supplies need to be. You really need good generals to keep an eye on your supply lines and make sure everything is okay. Let's see. I should probably try to attack some of these other islands. Oh, wait. Are these islands I already have, right? We need to put these guys into a boat soon. There. We'll send this ship over to one of these other islands. There. Occupy some of these other islands here. And actually, let me keep paying attention to what I'm doing over here. I shouldn't be spread out too much. With Japan, there's so much shit going on all the time. You really have to kind of keep an eye out what's going on. Okay. Let's do a few attacks on Manila here. Oh, don't have the range for that one, but we can hit here at least. Okay, good. And let's move in our landing force to attack Philippines in the north. We'll make our way down into Manila Harbor in a minute. Okay, very good here. We have our HQ as well. This will be good for our Philippine invasion. Okay, so we'll have to break the Philippines here in a minute. Okay, good, good, good. We can probably take these southern islands pretty easily. Just Manila is going to be the main problem there. What else do we have around here? I'm trying to see where all my forces are. We got another ship. This one's going to come in pretty soon. We'll land it like right here and try to cut off Kuala Lumpur. And then we can go for Singapore next, which will be another key objective for us. These ones are taking Brunei. What else do we need? We'll go to China in a minute. I just want to kind of compartmentalize and focus one by one on what we actually need to focus on. Okay, so in Manchukuo, some of these forces, we can maybe pull some of them out. Some of them we do have to leave here. Anything with a blue check, if you can kind of see under these tiles, there's like a blue check. Those we need to leave in place, but I'm going to bring these tanks down south into China if possible. We'll leave some defenses here. We have to keep focusing on what we're doing in China to keep invading. And keep an eye on the communists. We don't really need to fight the communists right now. They are a big pain in the ass to deal with, but we do need to see what our objectives could be. So where we can push in, we just see what we can do in China. So we don't have many air forces in China, right? Our air force is mostly in Taiwan. I'm going to bring this fleet down here as well to go help the invasion. Okay, bring these ships down here. Go check out Manila Harbor a little bit. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, I'll have to be careful about that. Maybe I don't want to waste too many units doing this. All right, that's fine. Oh, enemy fleet contact. Okay, so we'll keep here. I don't want to lose too many. Hopefully I don't lose too many here, but we'll see if we can take out some of the Chinese here first. Let's start pushing a little bit deeper. Okay, in Hanoi, here we go. Let's get you guys to move up as well. We'll try to keep moving these ones around. I want to keep these small units a little bit more mobile. Oh, enemy contact. Okay. Oh, there goes that one. Uh-oh. Let's keep you moving around. Okay. Keep these ones moving as well. Get these cavalry to move around here. And we'll have to start recruiting more units as well. Are nukes in this game real? Sorry, let me see some stuff here. Dutch uses oil and rubber you need to keep the war machine running. What are the wind conditions? There's a few wind conditions. Let me see if I can bring them up. Where is my wind? It should be somewhere here. I forget where it is. There is a war... I forget where... I just had it earlier. I don't remember where I can find it now. But whatever. We should also declare war on Thailand in a minute. But either way, I need to control, obviously, my home islands. So Japan, Osaka, my home territory here, as well as at least some of these other key territories like Manila, some place in China. There's a lot of different wars, victories you can have. You can have a total victory. You can have a minor victory and stuff like that. I had it earlier. I don't know where to find it now. I'll have to look again to see where I can actually find that information. Let's keep moving these guys up. Okay, I don't know if I can pull these guys over the water there. Okay, I think that's okay. We'll have to bring in some air forces to help out here a little bit. Keep moving these guys down. And this is who? Who's this? This is my allied forces. Okay, that's fine. Let's get you guys to move down as well. Okay, I think that's fine. I'm not really sure what else to be doing in China here. Let's maybe move a little bit more out of Manchukuo. We don't need this many units down here. Now, actually, I can put these guys on rails. So I can move them wherever I need them to be. Let's move them down here because I really need more support in this area where there's a lot of forces. Let's move them to Nanchang. And then we'll take... I can't really take too many of these units. Actually, I should probably put these guys on a train. I shouldn't have just moved them normally. Wait till next turn. Next turn, I'll put them in a train and then we can move them out. Let's see. I would need Datong. Okay, we'll keep moving these ones out. We don't want to go too close to the communists because we don't need to fight them right now. The communists will basically just leave us alone if we don't do anything. Like, they're not going to do anything to us. Let's get Luoyang. Okay, we'll leave a few garrisons in some of these positions because we don't need too much. I've never seen how the Pacific is laid out. We straight island hop all the way to Japan. Would taking Aleutian Islands be a possibility? It is, yeah. I don't know if... I know that idea that they almost beat China. I'm not really sure if they did, to be honest. I don't know if they ever would have beaten China. Because if you consider that they were fighting China for like years and years before the war even started. You know, like the American War. They were fighting since like 37 in China. Now, we should also push into Thailand. They said we could declare war on Thailand and that won't affect anything here. So let's declare war on Thailand and we'll start pushing into Burma. Where is Thailand here? And there is a special event to push Thailand over to our side. So we don't need to worry that much about Thailand, you know, getting upset or anything. Should we move these troops from Hanoi into here? Maybe. It's going to be a long march into Burma, but we kind of do need to do it. Let's see if we can march. I wonder if we can march through China or maybe just march through Vietnam and then Laos into here. It just might be very difficult to march through the jungle with these units. I don't want someone coming down and grabbing Hanoi. Alright, I think that's fine. We'll have to leave it as it is there. What else do we have? What other units do we have around here that haven't moved yet? Okay, these guys have already kind of done their thing. Let's kind of capture this harbor down here. Okay, what else do we have around here? We have a few ships kind of spread around. We don't want our ships to be so spread out. We really need to watch our carriers. Our carriers are some of the most important things here. So we have a few other objectives that we need to take. These we don't own yet, so we'll have to take these islands if we can. Peleliu and Bapalethutap. These kind of places. Let's see if we can put these guys on transports here. Okay, next turn we'll have to move those guys. They can't move yet. I don't think we can strike anything nearby. There's nothing nearby we can strike. Let me see here. I think Japan got half of China territory before being pushed back by China allies. They never really got much beyond like what you see here. If you look at this map, they never really went that far beyond this. I think the issue with Japan and China is even though China was very weak, obviously, like they were fighting a civil war for like forever, and they were very weak, and Japan like bodied them. The problem was China's just too big. You know, China's just gigantic. It has a massive, massive population. Even after the civil wars, its population was just too big to deal with. And I think that was the big issue all the time. Like Japan just didn't have the forces to do anything. Okay, let's buy some more things here. What can we even afford? 79 MP available. So the MPP is kind of like our money, basically. And we can use that to purchase things. Now, we can't really purchase much. We don't have much available at the moment. Maybe we could produce more here. We probably need more armies. Would be great. Okay, what's being produced right now? Let's take a look. So this is what's going to come each month. Already, we have some things going. I don't have enough to actually produce anything. We could get some garrisons or some torpedo boats, but I don't know if it's really worthwhile to do that. Maybe we could purchase a few garrison units from the Nanjing government. And that's it. That's all our money, so that's fine. Is that all our units moved? I think that's everything. Let me just quickly check to make sure I've moved everything. This map is so huge, so you need to kind of check around to see what's going on. What else do we need to get? Okay, we have this. I should probably bring some of these boats out soon. This one I'm going to move out of here, and we're going to move it to one of these other islands to grab it in a minute. We have Wake Island. Where is Midway Island? Should be around here somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. Somewhere around here. But either way, let's continue anyways. Here's Iwo Jima. We need to deal with these ones too. Okay, whatever. Let's just keep pushing into Manila and Philippines will be the goal, I think, for next thing. What about over here? Did I move these guys yet? These guys are already done, and we're pulling away from Pearl Harbor. We blew up a lot of ships. They still have a few left. Maybe we can keep our subs here and sink those, but we're going to pull the carriers out of here right away and just get them out of here. We don't want to have them hang around too much. Okay, that's fine. Let's end the turn then. I think that's everything. I think I've done everything. So let's just end the turn then. U.S. Morale suffers from loss of Guam. U.S. Morale suffers from loss of Wake. Satellite capture of Guam. Satellite capture of Wake. Okay. Thailand joins the Axis. Great. U.S. mobilizes. Okay, there we go. Just a few things happening. Partisan activity in China. Okay, there we go. Great. Let me read what people are saying here. We'll let the kind of allied turn play out and just see what happens. A few attacks on my fleet here, which we need to be careful about. I don't think beating China was possible with the goals they had. Control of the rural areas was extremely limited as well. Like I said, the problem with China's just too big. Like, China's got too many people. Japan is just, like, the numbers just don't work. Like, even though Japan was obviously very skilled, very advanced, they had a very strong army, they just don't have the numbers to deal with China. They just never did. Vinegar Joe Stilwell takes command of Chinese units. Okay, great. Chinese garrisons are activated. U.S. supplies going to China. They broke the nationalists, but the Chinese sort of viewed it as a war to the death. As long as Japan was invaded them, they wouldn't surrender. Yeah, I don't think anything would have happened. I mean, even the nationalist government, it still held on. And if anything, it made the nationalists stronger. Because you have to remember, the nationalists were pretty weak before the war. Like, they were not really in control of the country. They were having, like, obviously they were fighting the war with the communists at the time. They were in the middle of a civil war. Australia, Canada, India, and New Zealand have entered the war. It's imperative we target not only critical supply convoys, but also enemy ports, other coastal areas of interest. Placing a naval unit in a red hatching port will mine the port, triggering a small reduction in economic activity. Okay. Okay, Yamato super battleship. Let's drop it somewhere. Tokyo Harbor. Okay. Let's keep pushing our invasion towards Manila. Okay, we could get a good attack on here. Push the Philippines out, the Filipinos out. See if we can knock out this Filipino force. Can we reach them from here? Okay, a little bit out of our range. We can target some places in China, though, which is good. So let's see if we can target any Chinese area, especially dealing with these partisans here. Okay, maybe no. We do have to push in here. Let's push the nationalists out a little bit, if we can. And keep pushing down these highways here. Okay, we can't march over the river. Let's see if we can artillery shell them from here. Okay, there we go. We'll have to move you back a little bit. We'll move these guys in here in a minute. Keep pushing the nationalists in these areas. See if we can get our cavalry around as well. Have to kind of stay away from the main communist bases. Like I said, we don't really want to activate them at the moment. Like, there's no reason to. What else should we be going for? We do need to go deeper inland, but we need to have some control over other areas here. Let's get this army in Beijing going up. We'll move this garrison up there. Okay, what else is moving here? We need this one to move. Let's see if we can get this one to a city and then maybe get it on the train next turn. We'll have to get this tank on the train so we can bring it somewhere actually useful for us. Okay, who else is moving around here? Let's see. Okay, we have this gun. We can probably knock out this force. Okay, very good. That's fine. And these guys are moving. This is anti-air, so actually let's leave that in Hanoi. We don't need to move that out. Let's move these tanks into Thailand. And I thought the Thais had something joining me, so let's see. If we can move into Chiang Mai to get ready, that would be great. Okay, here, the Thais have an army to join me. That's great. Move both these forces into Burma. And keep going down Manila as well. Okay, see if we can deal with... once we take over Malaya here, we should be able to start pushing in. Do some better positioning here. Kuala Lumpur, let's see if I can target them a little bit better. First of all, let's bring a landing fleet here. Bring our commander in. Try to isolate this location before we continue. Okay, can we reach anything over here? This is a little bit out of our range, unfortunately. Do we have any other landing strips around here? We don't. We need an air base to be able to put units like this, so we need to have something nearby. I don't really see any. If we could take Singapore, we could probably drop them around there, but until we do, probably not much air support available for us. Okay, let's send the sub around to see what's going on. Okay, that's not really great for us. These harbor defenses are pretty tough. I don't think we could deal with those. Let me see what else people are saying here. How the Soviet Union became involved. Well, Soviet Union never really dealt with Japan at all until like the very end of the war. Okay, so we do have a few places here. For example, Batavia right here is very important for us. We'll have to go there eventually and deal with the Dutch. But we need to send some forces down there first. Let's keep pushing in the Philippines here. Okay, maybe we won't be able to take out this position here. I'm going to lose all my ships trying to take out this fort here. So let's move this fleet north then. We're going to bring them around the island if possible. Okay, and what else do we have here? We have our planes. Can these guys reach anything? What about you? Can you reach anything? It's a little bit out of range. We can bomb these guys. Try one more bombing run on the Philippines. Okay. We'll have to keep pushing in there later. Let's keep the southern push going as well. Move up from the north and south. Okay, bring these ships around here and kind of get in a good position around Leyte, and then we can move across there maybe next turn. I think we can move across that position here. Okay, what other areas do we need to go after? It's a little bit hard to tell what's important. Okay, this island we need to go for, so let's start pushing out there. We'll send a ship to go escort this one. Let's keep an eye out for what else. We have our fleet running away from Hawaii at the moment. Ooh, okay, that's not a good battle. Let's get out of here. So the Americans got the destroyers out. We got a few good hits in, but we're going to get our carriers out of here at the moment. Okay, so get these guys out of here. We need to pull them all away from Hawaii because we're going to get attacked pretty soon probably. We'll bring the carriers somewhere else where they can be more useful maybe. And see what else will be worth grabbing in the meantime. I'm not sure what else we need to get. You can see what I own when it has the little Japanese flag on it here. Like right here you can see we have some fleets available. We do need to go after these little islands around here if possible. Okay, so we can try to raid these little islands as well. Yes, I'm going to transport this unit. We're going to pull these guys out of here and see where else we need to go. American Samoa actually would be pretty good. Let's see if we can go down here. Next turn, I guess we'll have to move out. Okay, what else do we have? What else do we have around here? I think I've moved everything. Have I moved all my guys? There's still some in China that I haven't moved, right? I think I've moved everybody here. Okay, let me see here. Fog was still in charge. You're going to win easy. Japan struggled. They were invading a country that dwarfed their size and manpower. Yeah, that's kind of why. As I understand, Japan struggled because they were holding a traditional military values. No way. Japan was very, like, forward-thinking with their military approach. I don't really agree with that. I don't know where that idea comes from, that Japan was somehow backwards with their military. Their military was very, like I said, they were very forward-thinking with their military, if anything. Like, they were not backward, you know? Let's move some of these planes elsewhere. We can support our attack on Manila. Oh, we have an American ship here. I didn't even notice that one. Okay, he's in the harbor, so we're not going to be able to get him right there, unfortunately. A little bit out of our range, but that's fine. Once we kick these guys out, it'll be a little bit easier to deal with. Okay. I think that's everything I need to do. I don't know if there's anything else I'm forgetting. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's keep pushing. We'll bring our fleet back. We're going to have the fleet support our invasion of the Dutch East Indies in a minute. And then we can bring some forces out. Once we finish with Malaya and Singapore, we can send these guys into the Dutch East Indies and start going after Java and then these other islands over here. Okay, that's fine. Let's end the turn. I think I've moved everything, right? I'm probably forgetting something, but I think that's everything important that's been moved. Okay, let's continue. You can learn about World War II was like, how did this island nation get so far? Japan also has a rigid die with honor thing going on too. Like I said, I don't know if I would agree with that, to be honest. I don't think the Japanese were just like stupid and like had some samurai culture or something. Like they were, like I said, they were very forward thinking, and they did have a very good plan. Like their plan was not bad. It's just like, how can like, think about it. How can Japan fight everybody? You know, like literally everybody in Asia, almost. Like they're fighting China, they're fighting the USA, they're fighting Australia, Britain, India, like everyone. Like that's just too much. Like that's way too much. If anything, it's a testament to how good their military was. That okay, we destroyed phosphate loading facilities. That's great. But if anything, it's a testament to how good the Japanese military was. That they lasted for such a long time, and they took so much, you know? Because otherwise, there was no reason why they were like that, you know? Okay, what is going on here? Just wait for the Allied turn. They're going to go through their own little turn here. So I just think it's just a demographics thing. Like, how can they fight an army, a nation that is just like magnitudes larger than they are, you know? It's just not going to happen, you know? It's never going to happen. It's never going to work out. Like, I don't see any way they could have won, realistically. To be honest, I think Japan lost when they couldn't take China. Like, they attacked China in 1937 after the Marco Polo Bridge, and they did well at first, and then China bogged down, and I think that's when everything kind of fell apart, you know? I don't know, like the Chinese War was a mistake, and it kind of necessitated them to attack America, attack the Europeans, attack all these other Asian countries. It forced them to expand the war just to sustain the Chinese conflict because they had no resources to fight in China anymore. And then that just made things worse because, like, I guess their idea was that, oh, if we attack everything very quickly, the Allies will not know what to do, and then, you know, we'll just win. And obviously that didn't happen. So that's like, it's a big gamble for not much. Okay, another carrier and a garrison unit for Nanjing. Great. Oh, I forgot about my other one here. Let's put another garrison here for Nanjing government here. We can start moving these guys out. soften up these armies a little bit. Okay, we can get a nice attack on this one here. These Chinese moving up. And keep pushing in on this position as well. Okay, let's bring our HQ up a little bit. See if we can deal with these partisans. First of all, see if we can soften up some of these defensive positions here. We'll have to move some of these planes onto the mainland. Okay, try to assault the Filipinos a little bit. Soften them up before we push down anymore. Okay, there we go. Got a nice hit in there. Now we can hopefully push down south. Okay, keep these guys moving. We'll have to push in on Manila maybe next turn. Keep our HQ following with this as well. Okay. Try to get a few hits on these other positions here, and then keep our army moving up. There we go. If we can push the Filipinos out, then we can hopefully take this whole island pretty soon. Okay, let's make our way up to Brunei as well. That'll be the next goal here. There's nothing really else of super intense value. Are we at war with Duchy Indies right now? Probably not. Let me see if we are. Diplomacy. Duchy Indies. Are we not at war with them? Let's invade. Let's attack them. That'll be good. Okay, we do need to go to war with these guys as soon as possible. And keep moving in on this position as well. There we go. Try to soften up Kuala Lumpur a little bit. Okay, when you get a nice surround, you can usually do a lot of damage to enemy units. Okay, you can't go anywhere. We can attack here. Now, we're not going to go on Singapore yet. I'm going to actually move up and cut off Kuala Lumpur and wipe that out. There we go. Take that. Will be great. Keep moving these guys down south. And move the planes down south as well. Actually, we should get our HQ out of here. So let's maybe cycle these guys around a little bit. I want my HQ to be a little bit more secure here. Here, we'll bring some of our ships down into the Gulf here, and we'll start pushing in on the Dutch East Indies as soon as possible. What about this plane? Can I target anything here? Now, we can move to Kuala Lumpur, sorry, Kuching, and then maybe we can bomb Singapore from there, which might be pretty good. And what's going on here? Let's keep moving through Thailand. Yes, let's strategically redeploy up to the front. You as well. Get a few units moving up there. Okay, that's pretty good. So we'll get these guys to move into Bruma and start pushing in through there. We'll get our HQ moving up as well, because he needs to go support this. We'll move him up to Chiang Mai, and then we can start cutting off some of these positions in Yunnan and Bruma over here. Rangoon is also important, but we'll have to get that later, I think. Is it everything I need? I think I've done everything, right? No, I still need to move some other things over here. Okay, let me read. Keep me reading what people are saying. The Manhattan Project was also created. Think about its massive government project never got leaked to the public. You know what? There's a really good book. I've mentioned this in some videos I've made. If you ever read the book Footfall, that's a really, really great book, really worth reading. And they do have something kind of connected to that. They have something happens in this book. Basically, the book's about an alien invasion of Earth. And as part of the alien invasion, the humans build some kind of like super weapon to take out the alien ship. Like the aliens are advanced, but they're not like super advanced. They're like just a little bit better than humans are, but not like extremely better. So a big part of the island, I'm getting distracted with what I'm supposed to be talking about here. What else do I need to do? What do I control right now? Let's go invade these islands. Are these islands already controlled by me? I don't think they are. Let's also move our ships in. We'll move the Yamato and the carrier. Oh, the carrier can't move yet, so let's wait. We'll at least bring the Yamato down here. And let's start purchasing some more units. We really need more units. Now, we kind of have to choose between Army or Navy. I think we really need more Navy. Can I afford any more cavalry? Or not cavalry, carriers. I do want another carrier. Let's produce more. How much can I afford? I can afford one. Okay. We'll get a carrier, and then we'll get maybe an escort carrier as well. Can I afford that? 150. You know what? Let's also get some, I mean, maybe some paratroopers would be good. How much is this? 200 for paratrooper. You know what? I don't know about that. Mechanized would also be quite nice. 250. I can afford one mechanized group. I can afford one army. I don't know. Special forces would be nice. I need to focus on invading Dutch East Indies, so I need something that can help me there. You know what? Maybe some mechanized units would be good. Let's get a mechanized force here. Okay, that's about all I can afford. And what about Thailand? Thailand can afford anything. We can get a few more garrisons to help out. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's keep an eye on Saipan. Looks like this island is not defended. We're going to go invade these islands in a minute. I wish it was a little bit easier to see what I actually own right now. It's hard to tell what I own and what I don't. Like, do I own these islands? I think I do own Saipan, Tainan, right? I guess I own them if they're lit up, I think. Right? Yeah, I think I own everything lit up. It's a little bit hard to tell. I wish it was like Paradox games where they were very obviously colored differently when you own them versus when you don't. I need to go after Guadalcanal as well, so that might be a good objective next. We can start pulling some of these units away soon. We'll bring the heavy cruiser later. We'll unload these guys next turn, I guess. And maybe this unit here, since this is already controlled by us, we'll start moving out to Guadalcanal and these other islands down there as well. Okay, I've already dealt with you guys. I think I've done everything, right? I don't think I have anything left, so we'll not worry too much. Okay, did I deal with everything in China? No, I didn't. So let's finish off in China here. We do have the anti-air. We'll leave that in Hanoi. Did we attack here yet? We did not. Okay, let's deal with China because we haven't done with these guys yet. Okay, you guys already moved. You guys already moved. Yeah, okay, these guys have already moved already. What about these guys here? No, we haven't, but we could start moving you guys in. Not really a good trade. Okay, start trying to surround these positions here. These are just partisans, I think, so they should be a little bit easier to deal with. What else do we have here? We have a big army in Shanghai. Let's start moving this one out. Can I put this guy on rails? Right. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I think that's everything moved around. Right, these guys have already moved. We can start moving these guys further south as time goes on. Okay. Then we only have Singapore left. So Singapore hopefully will fall next turn if possible. Or not next turn, but maybe soon. I think that's everything, right? That's everything for this turn here. Let's continue on then. Oh, I need to move my fleet back. So let's get this fleet in position. We're going to have them support an invasion of some other location here. We will maybe send some of these cruisers off to go support other things. Like this light cruiser, we can go send it to attack these little islands over here. Oh, here's Midway. That's right. So maybe we could go attack Midway. Let's travel around Midway here, and we'll get in a good position to maybe attack the Americans when they come by. Okay, see if we can attack these positions here. All right, bomb the harbor as well as bombing these American garrisons here. Okay, pretty good. Okay, there we go. Keep these guys around the back of the island a little bit to help defense. We'll keep the destroyer a little bit forward if possible. And move the carriers out of here a little bit. Keep them kind of secured. Actually, we should get you out of here. I would like to get this force from Wake Island off the island. We'll have to wait till next turn. Then maybe we can bring it to Midway and invade Midway if possible. Let's also get our submarine to kind of screen outwards. Okay, I think that's everything I need to do, right? That's everything I need to worry about. I guess so. Yeah, that'll have to be fine. Okay, let's end the turn then. We'll go to the next turn here. Let me read what people are saying here. As you can't keep track, new tank plane designs from War Thunder fans. I'm also from Texas. Hoodie classes are, let's say, a little bit biased. But you know, when it comes to the history stuff, I do wonder why they don't go more into detail about it. Because even when I was in school, like, I'm not American, but we did go into a lot of detail about these different, you know, especially the 20th century history, you know? Our biggest focus, we spent a long time on World War I. In Canada, they care a lot about World War I. World War I is a very big deal in Canada. And definitely in school, I think we spent way more time on World War I than we did on World War II. And you know what? I think that's fine. I think World War I is more important than World War II anyways. World War II didn't really change anything about the world, honestly. Is that dumb to say? But I feel like World War I had more significant changes to the way the whole world worked, and World War II just kind of confirmed those changes. Like, it didn't actually change anything significant about the world order. It just kind of confirmed it, and it was, you had like some powers, like the middle powers like Germany and then Japan and, you know, Hungary and all these other countries kind of trying to lash out against the new world order a little bit. But beyond that, I don't think it was as significant as World War I, you know? I think World War I was more important and more significant. Okay, let's actually send you, and we're going to load you up for an amphibious invasion. You're going to go out next turn. We'll see if we can gather at Midway Island here. I'll keep my submarine and maybe a destroyer up at the front a little bit to kind of see what's going on. when the Americans come by. Keep bombing these Americans here to make Midway a little bit easier, and then maybe we can invade this, take it from them. Okay. Keep bombarding the land here. Okay, keep my submarine up as a screen to kind of watch what's coming off of Hawaii, because you never know when they're going to move out from Hawaii area to try to push in. Okay, you will move next turn. Who else do I need to move around? Let's get you guys loaded up in a transport as well. We'll send you out somewhere. Have to wait for next turn, but we can see where you can go. Let's get these ships out to do a little bit of raiding. Yeah, we'll raid some of these areas over here. Placing ships into these areas, these kind of choke points, will cause them to basically raid convoys and set up mines in these little canal areas. Okay, what else are we doing here? We need to keep pushing our invasion. Okay, let's bomb Brunei. We're going to push on to Brunei pretty soon. There we go. Let's keep checking around the island here. Send our fleet through the canal. Oh, enemy contact. Okay, we got a ship incoming. Let's see. Ooh, not great. Try to sink the Dutch, if possible, in their harbor, but it might not be possible here. Okay, let's start targeting on Singapore. We're going to have to move on there in a minute. Okay, keep these guys moving south. And next turn, we'll have to move into Singapore, I guess, once these guys are fully arranged. We don't have that much space to attack Singapore, honestly. But we'll keep going there. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, and get the tanks to move up as well. Okay, good. All right, that's pretty good. We'll keep pushing in on China. Let me see if he's my stepdad's Toronto Wahachi tribe. World War II changed everything and nothing. Every relative I've had from Toronto has brought the gift of bed bugs. I've read a bit of Wages of Destruction. Shocking how under-mechanized, impoverished 1930s Germany was. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of what people talk about World War II is so mythologized that it's almost useless to even, like, talk about. Like, I don't know how relevant a lot of things are. Like, I know people make a big deal about it, and especially in the, it's mostly in the U.S. I think in the U.S. people don't care about World War I because obviously they weren't really relevant in World War I, to put it simply. Okay, let's keep going around here. Oh, let's not attack there. Very hard to push in on some of these areas. We'll see if we can keep moving in, but we're kind of blocked at this position here until we can break it. Really need some artillery, honestly. The big problem with Japan is you can see we're kind of split between dealing with China, which is very land focused, and dealing with okay, I have this one here. Where is it going to send you? I was going to send you down to these other islands in the south. So let's do that. We'll escort you down south here. We'll bring the carriers out there soon as well. See if I can bring these ships. But I don't know. Like, everything's so mythologized that it's almost useless to even talk about, you know? Okay, let's soften up their position a little bit. Okay, we'll keep pushing in on here. We're almost at Manila as well. Let's see if we can push in on Manila. It looks like we can. Now, can we get some fighters on here? I wonder if I should bring one of the bombers to take Manila or to help me support it. Actually, you know what? Let's take this airfield. That'll help us out a lot. There we go. Perfect. We got a nice surround on Manila. I would really love to bring a ship into Manila Harbor, but we just can't. We don't have the ability to do it right now. We could, we don't really have any good positions. The only one maybe like right here, but I think we might as well just attack Manila with our forces. We can probably crush them right now, honestly. Okay, there we go. So take Manila is great. And we can get this fleet out of here. We do need to go for this little fort as well. This is the last objective in Philippines. So we'll send the armies down there to go support it. And I don't think I'll attack my fleet anymore because my fleet's getting battered there as well. So we need to see if we can help these guys out. Okay, let's send these guys back somewhere where we can resupply them a little bit. I'll send some of these ships back to the harbor to kind of resupply, and then we'll send them out again in a few minutes. Or, not a few minutes, but a little bit later. We'll get this ship to help out with the invasion of Corregidor. That's the last objective, and then also Luzon or Leyte over here will be important for us. Let's actually bring the carrier around. That'll actually help us. We'll get it through Cebu here, and then go after Corregidor. And what other fleets do we have? Oh boy, Pirate X is amazing. I don't know how I avoided modded XCOM for so long. All the modded XCOM, I mean, it is really good. Like, a lot of the XCOM modded stuff is really great and definitely worth playing. Like, it's something I think a lot of people don't really think about much. Okay, I'm already done here. Is there anything I've not done yet? Okay, I'm moving these guys south. I'm already done with Brunei. I'm done with Malaya. I'm done with here. Okay, that's fine. I think we'll end the turn. Am I finished in China yet? I think I am, right? I really need more forces in China, so we need to do our recruitment phase probably next. I don't like trading evenly like that. Let's see if we can move some of these armies up. These are not great odds. Okay, here's a good one. Let's try this one. We'll try to soften up some of these positions, especially these partisans. We'll have to go for Hong Kong soon as well. Okay, try to soften these guys up a little bit. It will take some time. They are quite strong, quite a lot stronger than us. And we really need more land forces in China, to be honest. I mean, I don't want to overcommit to China, but I think we do need some kind of support here. So we can get these horses around the Chinese lines. Okay, I think that's everything I want to do here. Let's do a little bit of recruitment for the turn. Okay, so later I will get my mechanized forces. I really need more naval forces, though. You know what? Let's get more light cruisers for now. At least one more light cruiser to do some raiding will be nice. Because I need to be raiding some of these locations. That'll be very helpful for us. Also need some more air bases, because really lacking air bases right now to position these things. Okay, let's continue here. End the turn. Philippines surrenders. Great. Excellent. So we won Philippines already. U.S. forces arrive in Australia. So we got to redeploy these guys very quickly to... I came through and I shall return. Okay, unlikely, buddy. Impede the flow of supplies to Guadalcanal. Great. That's what I want to do. Panic as Manila falls to the Japanese. We still need to take this fortress, this American fortress here on Philippines. Subject profile refloats the Nevada. Okay. Okay, wait for the Allied turn. And then we're going to have to move on to South, Malaysia, Indonesia. That'll be the next goal here. Okay, it looks like the Americans are fleeing, or all the ships they have are fleeing there. Loss of Philippines reduces U.S. morale. Japan celebrates surrender of the Philippines. 7th Armored Service arrives in Southeast Asia. Okay, good. Chiang Kai-shek visits India, meeting Gandhi, promises not to impede China's war effort. Okay, all right. I already saw all those messages. Great, great, great. First garrison, let's place that somewhere. And let's start moving these forces down. We don't really have any good positioning for this one. I would really like to get these guys around the forces here. Okay, let's try to batter this position here. A little bit of artillery will help soften it up and make it easier for us to attack. So here we see 1 to 4. That's a really good odd. We do take a little bit of damage, but not a big deal. This is a much worse position for us. We really need more artillery. I'm going to use these Nanjing forces to kind of garrison these important locations. Okay, let's see here. What else do we have? Okay, we can maybe knock out this little garrison here. Keep pushing in. Oh, we got a commander. I don't know if he's defended, right? Is he not? Oh, he is. Okay. Not great. We'll have to grab these oil fields as well, if we can. Okay, we'll have to see what we can do with that guy here, but let's see if we can attack Singapore next. That's our next goal. Okay, can we not move on to Singapore yet? I'm not sure what the issue is. Are we not declared war against Britain? I guess not. Maybe not. That's why. Let me see. I guess I need to declare war with everybody. That'll be the goal here. Where is Bhutan, Mongolia? Who am I at war with? Who am I not at war with? I am at war with Britain now, so I'm not sure why I can't move on to here yet. It's very odd. Whatever, I'm not sure why, but I can't move in yet, apparently. Let's keep moving on to Bhutan. Brunei, we'll capture Brunei here. And I'm actually going to put these guys as an amphibious force. And we're going to move them over to Batavia and eventually invade Java down here. We'll send the submarine over somewhere else as well to kind of patrol these little areas. Especially around Australia to kind of upset their forces a little bit. Okay, what else do we have here? We have the carrier. Let's go deal with this guy here. Okay, we might be able to knock these guys out. The rest of this army, we're going to move out of Philippines. At least get these special forces out of here. And then next turn we can get them out of Philippines and we'll move them somewhere else. Hopefully to Java or somewhere else fairly a bit more useful for us. What about you guys? You guys, I'm moving down here, that's right. Okay, let's get you guys to come support this invasion. We'll go after Rabaul probably next. Okay, we'll take that. Bomb their harbor a little bit. Get some of these other ships to come support a little bit more as well. And let's actually get you, the heavy cruiser. Should we move you up to Wake Island? I don't know. We'll keep blocking the strait here to impair their trading. And I was going to use these ships to go somewhere. So let's actually get you guys to move somewhere else. Go after these southern islands. That'll be pretty good. Okay, take that one. And I was going to go after Wake Island. So that'll be my next goal here. Or Midway Island, I should say. Just keep the pressure on the Americans here. Hopefully we can knock them out. I saw the title of the stream because I thought you were playing War in the Pacific, the Gary Grigsby game. Yeah, that one is way more intense than this. This is like not that bad, I would say. In terms of difficulty, Strategic Command is like kind of in the middle. It's not super like intense as like the Grigsby games. But it's also not so like basic as some other games here. Okay, we finally destroyed that force there. That'll leave us a good place to invade pretty soon. Also bomb their port a little bit, lower the defenses here. Kind of position our fleet a little bit more around. And we're going to bring an invasion to Midway and take Midway pretty soon, I think. Or not soon, but next turn, hopefully. And just keep our forces kind of screened out in front to catch any American ships coming from Hawaii. What other forces do we have? We have some airplanes in the south here. I would like to rebase these somewhere. Let's operate these guys. Actually, let's move them somewhere else. Where can I move them? Where would it be useful to move these planes? I would like somewhere to support an invasion of Guadalcanal, but that might have to wait till later. Let's move them to Panap right now, because we'll bring some forces down south and invade Guadalcanal later when we can. What about these guys? Let's get these guys into South Asia here. And operate some of these planes around as well. Okay. Let's upgrade this a little bit as well. Upgrade some of my ships. We need to keep on top of our technology and our upgrades a little bit. Okay, let's see here. spend a little bit of money to upgrade these guys. I would like to heal them or reinforce them a little bit. We'll have to see if we can pay for reinforcements for anything around here. Let's also pick up what we want to purchase for next turn. Getting a new HQ would be great, but it's a lot of money to get. I do need more military forces as well. You know, let's go for a special forces. That'll be good for landing on some of these islands. Let's get at least one. And I'm going to pick up maybe an anti-air. I don't know. Can't really afford much. Yeah, I think we'll leave it like that. Maybe we could get an anti-air. I don't know where we could put it. It would be maybe worth to get it. Maybe I'm going to wait. I'll wait for one turn. I don't need it immediately. I would like to heal up my ships a little bit, but I'm not really sure how. Okay, let's get my carriers to also move down south. Where are they going? Gonna go support this force in the south here. So we have this island here, which is great. That'll be a good forward position. We can keep hopping along these Guadalcanal islands with the rest of these guys. Okay, I think that's everything, right? That's everything I needed to do this turn. Oh, we have this tank. Let's actually get you to keep moving down. This will help hopefully break this position, maybe. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't be focusing on there. You know what? I'm going to move him down here. We'll bring him to a rail line. We'll move this tank further south where he'll probably be a little bit more helpful, to be honest. Because these positions are not really great at the moment. Yeah, these guys are way too well defended. You know what? Maybe I'll pull back across the river, to be honest. Gonna reposition these guys a little bit. There, get in a better position here. Okay, that's pretty good. We'll try to soften up this position. That'll be nice for us. And we already attacked this, right? Did we already do our bombing campaigns? We'll soften up right here, and then maybe we can take that in a minute. Basically, what we're doing with these planes is just trying to soften them up a little bit, or soften up some of these positions. It doesn't necessarily matter if we kill them or not. Oh, we lost something behind us. Uh-oh. There, let's take that back. I don't know where that came from. Okay. We'll have to kind of keep an eye on China a little bit. China's a little bit messy, so we have to kind of pay attention to what's going on. There's a lot of stuff going on here, a lot of stuff happening. Okay, what are you doing? Did I already deal with my carrier? Yes, I did. Let's get the carriers out of here. We're going to move it south. Okay, I think that's fine. We're going to get this one out of Brunei pretty soon as well. And go after Batavia. That's going to be our big target. And Singapore as well. Maybe if we can get a carrier in here, that will help against Singapore a little bit. I'm not sure why I can't move into Singapore yet. It's really not letting me move south. I guess we'll have to wait till next turn then. Because I'm definitely at war with Britain, but I can't do anything at the moment to attack this, but let's just wait anyways, doesn't matter. Let's end the turn. Let me see what people are saying a little bit. I rate Strategic Command a low to mid complexity. Why don't you just invade the US mainland full force? Doesn't seem to be an issue. You mean special naval landing forces, which are basically Marines. Not really. This is the modern sense of the word. How does this game model Soviet intervention? Do you need to keep a garrison in Manchuria? Yes, I do. If I take away too many troops from Manchuria, the Soviets will invade. Right now, I am keeping troops here. I'm just not doing anything with Manchuria. I have to keep some armies up here, like a few big armies. Otherwise, yeah, they will invade here. We got a mechanized unit, which is good. We're going to move you somewhere. Let's move him way in the south. We really need more support in the south here. There, we'll get a mechanized push against the Chinese here. There's a big Chinese push going on, so we need something to help with that. Oh, we need to have something guarding that position. Uh-oh. That's not good. We'll have to bring something over there and guard it, because we're not having any units. We need a Japanese, some kind of Japanese unit to go there. Let's actually move this one from sail to here. There we go. Okay, good. Probably having this army somewhere else would be great, but we'll move them here. As long as we have something there, the Soviets will leave us alone. Okay, let's end the turn then. I think that's everything we've done. Taking some attrition in the jungles of Burma here. Brunei surrenders, great. I need to keep an eye on my supply lines a little bit, because it is, Mao Zedong is concerned at Japanese advances in China. Okay, we need to watch out for that. I'm a little bit too close to the communists. Oh, Communist China joins the Allies. Oh, shit. That sucks. I was hanging out too close to the Chinese area. The communists are very annoying because the partisans cause trouble everywhere. China is the biggest problem for Japan. Like, it's such a pain in the ass to deal with them. They're getting a lot of forces right here in the south. We might lose that cavalry. Yeah, the communists are coming out now. That's not good. Okay, great, great. US convoy heads to the Pacific. Do you need oil to allow your ships to sail? Yes, you do need to get the Heichi liberated. Okay. Uh-oh. Another annoying thing is because there's no western area here. Okay, I need to move this tank somewhere. Let's get him into a rail station, and then we can maybe operate him somewhere else later. These positions are not great. Yeah, this is not really good. I want to get these guys out of here. Okay, let's get this cavalry out of here. This cavalry's not helping me at all. Okay, let's push in on this position. Okay, we can get a nice positioning right there with these guys. Now, I don't want to push in on this army area that much. Okay, what would be a good position here? This army's already taking a lot of losses. I would like to heal it up. Let's reinforce it a little bit. Reinforce some of these positions that have taken a lot of losses, like right there. Let's reinforce you as well. And keep pushing in here. Okay, we're pretty much blocked on the road here. This kind of sucks. Okay, we can take this oil field at least. We're pretty much stuck on the road here. We really need some air support to deal with these the British there. Okay, here, now we can finally move in on Singapore. Okay, can we bomb them a little bit? I'm going to maybe send some planes up to Bangkok, and we'll see if we can operate them somewhere else. Let's send them actually to Chiang Mai. That'll give us a little bit more support in theater. We don't need so many planes in this area. And I think these two armies are enough to deal with Singapore. I'm actually going to take these guys out, and we're going to operate them to this island here. Let's get them all along the coast here. Next turn, we'll get them out, and we'll move them somewhere else. Keep our HQ going. All right, we'll also get these guys out of here pretty soon. You are ready to move out. And we'll see if we can get some bombing runs over here. We don't have too much ability. We do have to take the rest of the island, so maybe we shouldn't try to leave that early, but I would like to take Batavia if possible. Okay, what else is everyone doing? I saw some American submarines around here before. We'll keep these two together. We have these guys who just landed. It'd be good to leave these guys here as well. Who else do we have around these islands? Okay, Sterling Miners use 1 HP. That's fine. Let's get you guys also to head out. First, I'm going to reinforce these guys a little bit. There we go. Reinforce them, and then we'll move them out to go attack. Let's go check out what was going on with Wake Island here, or this island. We're going to go in for an invasion of this island next turn, I think. Just keep pressure on Midway. China should be your focus, and taking more defensive posture against the USA. I don't know. I mean, China's just a boondoggle, to be honest. I would really like to take some of these islands as much as possible and weaken this position if I can. Try to take out the harbor defenses. Okay, and next turn we'll invade, and then we can attack Midway Island and turn that into a nice little defensive position here. Okay, let's pull these guys back a little bit. That's fine. Let's keep looking around. What else am I doing? I have something down here. What's going on down here? Okay, I have a small group of forces. We can get these guys unloaded and send them for a naval invasion of somewhere later. One thing I don't like about this game is the way this kind of zoom function works. Is it's very hard to tell where anything is going. So what do I have here? I want to move these guys to get ready to invade Guadalcanal. Let's do that. You guys next turn can do that as well. Do I have any other forces around that I can use for this? Okay, I think that's everything, right? Is that all the forces I've been kind of massing around here? I'm just trying to make sure I'm not forgetting some that I have like floating around somewhere and not really doing anything with. Okay, let's go check out what's happening in China. We need to kind of finish off this area here. I think I've already dealt with a lot of this, right? I'm not very happy with the way China's going. I'll have to kind of be a little bit careful about how we manage this fight because it is kind of rough. I would like to move the tanks up, but I don't want them to get too beat up. Let's reinforce our tanks a little bit. Try to reinforce a lot of these positions here that are not moving around. Okay, we can do a few bombing runs. That might be pretty good. Here, just try to put pressure on these positions here. We'll get these ships out. We'll actually try to reinforce these ships a little bit. Let's do that. That's what I wanted to do. Here we go. While we have some money available, we'll try to rebuild this little naval force, then we'll get them out of here pretty soon to continue fighting. Okay, these guys, these are what I was going to do. Attacking this position here in Philippines. Can I get these guys out? I don't know. We need to probably get them into Manila Harbor to unload them. Alright, so we'll have to finish off this campaign first. We got Leyte. We can actually probably unload these guys next turn. And then we can send them somewhere else. Okay, I think that's enough. I think that's everything I needed to deal with. For now, at least. Yeah, okay. Let's continue on. Oh yes, these guys in Brunei, we can move them down to start capturing some of these oil fields here, which will be very useful. There's a few oil fields around which we should capture. Tarkan here, Miri, and then this one in the south we should go after too. So we'll send these guys south and go grab that. And eventually we need to soften up this position as well. Let's see if we can get you guys on the road and capture this roadway. Maybe we should even move south and capture some of these supply cities before we continue anywhere else. I'm not a fan of what's going on here right now. This is not looking very good. This position in Mandalay is too tough. I don't know how we can break it. I think we're going to have to pull back from here. It's not looking very good. Okay, we'll leave that as it is. And then we can purchase some things. Do we have any money for this turn? We already spent quite a lot on this turn. I don't think I can afford much. I could maybe pick up a few more little garrisons for some of these other places. But I think no. I think I'll save my MP till next turn. Let's consider about research. We do need to research some stuff here. So let's see. What should we go for? I think amphibious warfare. We'll invest a little bit in there. Because we do want to be invading a lot if possible. Alright, let's continue here. I think that's everything. Have we reinforced everybody? Who's not been reinforced? Let's just reinforce anyone left over. Okay, that's all our money left. We'll quickly reinforce a few of these units in China. Okay, that's everything I think I can deal with. That's fine. Let's get out of here. That's enough for this. Let's end the turn. What's the current date? March 17th, 1942. Okay, British East African Corps. Alright, so we'll see if we can take over Batavia. This will be our big prize here, but we do need more troops to be able to help it work out. Oh boy, I'm going to get cut off here. We need to pull back. Okay, they're pulling up a little bit. We'll see if we can knock out some of these Chinese forces. Geez, I'm really suffering in China at the moment. Geez, we already got surrounded. Oh, boy. Oh no, this is bad. Okay, let's see here. You're currently way ahead of historical schedule in China. I think I pushed a little bit too much in China. Okay, the Russians are mobilizing a little bit. We got some battleships available. We'll consider about buying stuff later. Let's deploy some of these guys. Okay, let's deploy these ships. We'll get them out of here soon. These ships, I should say, are ones that were already available. So we're not really like making them right now. This is pretty rough to attack Batavia. I don't know if we can actually do it. Okay, got a nice hit on there, though. Take these oil fields, which is nice. And I think we can maybe crush Singapore right now. Yeah, we can take Singapore, which is great. Excellent. Let's start moving on to here. Do some naval invasions. And we'll unload you guys as well pretty soon. Now, I'm wondering if staying here in Batavia is a good idea. We're going to reinforce these guys first. And then I think we can keep pushing on Batavia, but we need to really go after this soon. Okay, try to push these guys out of here first. That'll be our goal. There we go. Push these ships away, these Dutch ships. And keep our naval bombers available. Let's actually get the carrier down south here to come support this. Nothing we can reach from here. A little bit too far away to actually get anything. Oh, they have interceptors over there. That's why. Okay. Let's keep moving on here. Can we take Philippines yet? Looks like pretty soon we can. Okay, there we go. Last little bastion in the Philippines is dealt with. Let's get these amphibious troops out of here. We're going to try to get these guys to move out pretty soon. And we'll bring these into the harbor to kind of rebuild a little bit. Same with you guys. Let's reinforce some of these ships that took damage before. And you guys were going to get you ready to do a naval invasion of some of these other islands around here. Here, bring a destroyer to come guard my carrier a little bit. We'll get these troops off the Philippines pretty soon. And I would like to send a group of raiders to Australia, if possible. We'll send this submarine and this cruiser down to Australia and raid their supply lines. I think that'll be a good idea. We can also do that with some of these light cruisers as well. As long as we keep a ship in here, we should be able to cut off these supplies. And you guys, we're going to have you leave pretty soon, I think. Here, put pressure on the harbor here. We might be able to knock it out. I'm not sure why these guys can't leave. We'll have to see later. Where's my Wake Island? Here we go. So we're going to invade this one. Okay, some casualties landing, but we might be able to finish this off. At least put some pressure on Midway a little bit. Here we go. God, that sound when you move boats in the game is so damn nostalgic. You know, I mean, I know Strategic Command is not like on the level of Grigsby, but I think it's very fun. Like, Strategic Command is a very fun series. I like a lot of their games. They're just very like chill kind of games to play. Okay, see if we can get some pressure on the troops in Midway. Oh, a little bit rough, but can maybe get there. No, that doesn't look good. So let's wait here. We'll keep the carriers here anyways. Keep our submarines out here. I wonder if we should get the submarines a little bit closer to maybe see if we can pop any ships closer to the American mainland area. I haven't seen any American ships yet. Now, where else do we have troops that are doing stuff? You were doing something. I don't remember what I'm doing with you. I was going to go to one of these islands. This would actually be pretty good. Let's maybe see if we can invade down here. And what else are these guys doing? These guys want to get out of here. I'm not sure why I can't unload them yet. We'll see if we can unload these guys pretty soon. I would like to send these guys to do a naval invasion if possible. Maybe I have to do it from here. All right, what do we have here? I think that's everything, right? We got to deal with China still. We took Singapore. So we'll worry about that later. We'll rebase these planes as well. China is my biggest problem, though. Like, look at this mess. This is a fucking disaster. This is not good. I'm not really happy with this at the moment. Let's keep moving you guys up. Try to get some tanks in here to support, but we have a big hole right here, which is not great. Really need to reinforce some of these units here. This is a big problem. They're reinforcing every turn, and we're just not. Let's get you guys to move over here, too. We need to get some more support. These garrison can't defend the line there, and these guys might end up getting kicked out of China, which is not great. Yeah, this is pretty rough. Oof. This is not good. Try to break out if we can. I mean, I don't know. This is pretty rough looking. Okay, we'll get you guys to move out. We got to get down this highway. This highway is not possible to move. And we're out of supply with these units, so we're having trouble with that a lot right now. Okay, as long as we have these planes here, that should help a little bit. Let's bring up our general to give us some more supply. We'll move him up to Chiang Mai, and that should help out a little bit. Okay, I think that's everything moved, right? That's everything I wanted to do. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Did I move these guys? No, I did not move these guys yet. So actually, let's see if we can take one of these positions. What's an important position for us? I guess Guadalcanal is really our target. So let's actually start moving in there. We'll get moving to Guadalcanal. And I'm going to rebase you to here. That'll be great. So we can start bombing Rabaul a little bit. Soften up this position here. And hopefully we can move these guys out. I'm not sure why I can't move them yet. Maybe I'm just out of money. Is that it? Okay, I think that's everything, right? That's everything I need to do. China is a mess. I'm not happy with what's going on in China. Let me see here. You currently way ahead of schedule. I don't even own a gun, let alone enough to necessitate having an entire rack. Okay. I'm really unhappy with China right now. This is not good. I don't like this at all. I'm actually maybe going to pull away from the north here because we're going to have a big problem right here. We have no defenses, basically. Let's pull you guys back a little bit. Oh, we can get a good trade right here. So let's do that. And then pull back. We have to reinforce our cavalry. I don't want to lose this unit. A lot of partisans up here. We might have to pull back from these other positions. We don't want to lose everything. We'll leave the garrison there. Okay, there we go. Get these guys a little bit better. As long as you're blocking the road, that should be okay. Maybe next turn we'll have these guys dig in a little bit and just try to play fairly defensively in China. Okay, what about our planes? Can we get any good attacks on any of these? Here, let's try to get some hits on there. Okay, we can't really get any good attacks on these guys. I think we're kind of screwed with that. And we got these partisans here who are just causing me a lot of problems. We'll try to soften up this position here a little bit. And then we can get these ships out. We'll get these ships moving and go fight somewhere. We'll join up with a new invasion for the south. Build up a little fleet here. We got a few new destroyers as well. Okay, the Philippines is done. We got these ones. They can't move yet. Next turn, we'll be able to move these guys out. So we got 4 new battleships. I think what I'm going to do with these battleships is I may bring them over here. I want to see if I can pop off the U.S. fleet. As long as we keep local superiority, we can maybe pull off a Kante-Kessen type thing, you know? Where we just take out the U.S., a big U.S. fleet in some position. Okay, who can we reinforce? Anyone we can reinforce around here? Just checking to see who can I actually reinforce a little bit, because we're lacking a lot of units. I guess that's fine. We'll have to end the turn. I think that's everything I need to do. Let's just look for purchasing new units. I don't think we can get much. We'd like some artillery. Some special forces would be good. Some artillery would also be good too. Let's get some artillery. At least one artillery. Okay, they're good. Let's continue. And the turn, yes. Jeez, getting a lot of attrition there. Oh boy. Kuomintang being the Stern Authority in Xinjiang province. Celebrates capture of Singapore. Bataan completely occupied by Chinese. Japanese forces take Cebu. Indian nationalist Mohan Singh is asking permission to support raise Indian National Army. Sure. That's good. Yeah, great. I would love to have Indian National Army. That'll be great. Malaya surrenders. Nice, okay. So Malaya is dealt with. Now we just need to go after the Dutch East Indies. That's our next priority here. Indian National Army formed at Singapore. Vessels and slot, P to flow supplies to Guadalcanal. Great. Okay. That's fine. Oh, ref seas. I thought we'd have some ships already. A lot of MP this turn. I think we're going to go for a new general because we really need more generals. I need someone to help me in the South Seas as well. Okay, if we can take Midway before the Americans actually arrive, that'd be great. Because, oh boy, there goes that army. That sucks. Every army I lose as Japan is a huge, huge problem. Oh no. They're surrounding my carrier. Putting a carrier there is a little bit rough. We got to get some support down here because this is rough having a carrier isolated. I do not want to lose any carriers. American author visits Chiang Kai-shek. '22nd Army destroyed. Oh boy. Capture Singapore. We option to deploy a unit of paratroopers there for our next operation against the enemy as we advance, secure southern resources area. Sure. That's great. Or we can have them in Shanghai. No, I'd rather have them in Singapore, yes. Way more useful in Singapore. China, I just need to defend. Like, China's just a boondoggle, to be honest. Okay, new division here. Okay, let's see here. Let's continue our Singapore campaign. We need to start unloading these guys, so I'm not sure why I can't get these guys out. Get our HQ out of here. Maybe because I need to get them in a port. Okay, we're going to prepare these guys to fly out. Let's reinforce you. Our Free India Army. Reinforce some of these units, and then we can get them ready to move out pretty soon. Like these guys in Singapore, we're going to put them on a ship and get them out of here. We'll keep moving down, see if we can capture Palembang as well. This position is not great, but let's get our battleship down here to come support. Okay, we could see what we can do here. I do want to get my carrier out of here, so let's actually bring it over here where my other ships are. And then we can try to soften up this position in Batavia. No, we'll leave it there. Okay, that's fine. Can't really do much here. We're going to just keep pushing. Maybe we'll push south and take these other positions instead. Instead of moving on to Batavia, we'll go after Surabaya, this position here. And getting these guys ready to move out of here as well. What other positions are important for me? Yeah, we'll get these guys to move out. We'll make a new force moving out to Guadalcanal. Send more troops down there, because that's very important for us. Start unloading some of these other units as well. Alright, get all these guys onto ships. We'll get you onto a ship as well pretty soon. Alright, who else do we have here? This guy would really like to get off the island, but I'm not sure how. I also have my invasion of Wake Island. Let's go check out here how this is going. Try to soften up this position. It's pretty rough. They're very dug in here. Okay, got a little bit of damage there, which is nice. Okay, we might be able to do this. It's going to take some time to be able to invade Midway. I don't know. Keep this submarine kind of checking out what's going on around here. And what other invasions was I doing? I was doing something else, right? I was getting these guys to actually push in on here. Okay, we can capture this position, which is good. And what was I doing over here as well? I was going to get you guys to get on a transport. Let's get ready to invade here. Keep bombing their port to keep it open. And deal with these American ships farting around over here. Okay, we'll have to leave this at a port pretty soon. And let's get these guys to help out. So get some naval bombers. All right, there we go. That's pretty good. We'll have to bring more forces over there. Maybe we can get this guy over here too. I would like to keep someone here to keep raiding. Keeping the heavy cruiser there is quite nice. I also have this group here I'm sending south to disrupt the... You know what? Maybe I could send this one over here as well. That might be a good idea. To come support. Here. We'll block these supply lines a little bit. Put some cruisers in these areas to block the Australian shipments. That'll be great for weakening them out a little bit. Okay, I think it's everyone, right? Everyone I need to worry about. Here, we'll rebase these ones. Okay, we can probably sink this. Let's sink this one. Okay, there we go. At least we sunk one ship there, which is nice. Now, we're pretty much out of movement over here. Let's see if we can keep these guys going. We'll get these guys to move back to Brunei. And then we'll have to see if we can invade these southern areas. Maybe send this little troop down here to invade if possible. Okay, that's fine. That'll have to do. I think that's everything, right? That's everything I was planning to do this turn. Yeah, these guys are still moving. We have some ships here. We have another ship here. We can get you to kind of move around, actually. What about you? Can you come down here and help me out? Not a great trade, but we'll leave it at that. That's fine. Okay, so let's continue. I don't think I have anything else I'm planning to do. I would like to rebase this. So let's rebase you to somewhere. How about right here? We can have 2 naval bombers to help us out for our invasion of Guadalcanal later. Okay, I think that's everything, right? Let's keep an eye on everything else. Oh, these battleships are ready to move. So let's get these guys out here. We're going to send them somewhere. I might send them out to Wake Island. Well, if we have a numerical superiority, at least locally, we might be able to deal with the Americans when they show up. So get a few of our battleships out to Wake Island to defend the carriers. And once we take this out, we can set up a trap here to just jump the Americans when they come and grab it. Philippines are putting up a fight. No, Philippines is done. Philippines is over. We've took Philippines already. We're going after Dutch East Indies now, which we should be able to get pretty soon. Once we're able to move some troops out of Philippines and out of Malaya, we should be able to go basically take over the Dutch Philippines pretty easily. And then next priority will be Guadalcanal, which I'm also kind of working on, and New Guinea. And we'll keep bullying the Australians. I don't think we'll be able to take Australia. I don't know. I'm just trying to hold on in China. That's the next thing I need to do. I need to keep an eye on what I'm doing in China here. Let's do a little bit of a trade. That'll be pretty good. Let's move you a little bit south. We'll see if we can push in on the communists here. I think I'm going to see if I can just dig in with this guy. Let's see. Upgradable. Who can I reinforce here? Let's quickly reinforce some of these units. There, we'll reinforce a few of these positions that are down here. Have to spend a lot of MP to manage this, but I guess that's fine. Our campaign in Burma is not great at the moment, I think. Okay, that's fine. Let's continue here. Okay, we do have some good positions here. Let's see if we can get some bombers going to soften up some of these positions. I want to break this position at Heiyangmeng. That may be helpful for me. Just try to soften it up a little bit. Now, even though I'm not killing anyone by doing this, it does weaken their position a little bit. You can see my position is a little bit better now. Okay, there. We're getting a lot of good positioning there. Move my troop up. Move you guys up as well to defend this. And we should be in a bit of a better position. We have our tank here, which we need to keep under control, but we'll leave him there. Use the artillery to keep softening this up. We do need to invest in a general soon as well. Let's get the garrisons over here to defend Shanghai and some of these other positions. We need to kind of be a bit more defensive in China, to be honest. We can't just keep attacking because we don't have many forces to even attack anything. Down in the south here, I have a bit of a problem because I don't have any forces at all. What about you guys? We could push for Mandalay again. I think going south instead is probably a better idea. We'll see if we can attack from two positions with the tanks going south and this Thai army going north instead. Okay, can I reinforce this one? I don't think I can, unfortunately. That garrison might die from attrition. Keep our garrison moving up north as well. I think that's everything I need to deal with, right? That's everything I need to kind of worry about. Yeah, okay, let's end the turn then. I think I've kind of done everything, so let's end the turn off. You want to end the turn? Actually, no. Oh, I forgot to purchase new units. That's right. So let's get a few more units here. What can I afford? Not much. You know what? I may actually invest a little bit more. Can I even get anything for Thailand? No, just barely enough. Getting more Thai armies would be helpful because their armies are pretty cheap. We could get some anti-air. I can't really afford anything, so I'm not going to bother. Let's just end the turn. By 43, we need to probably have the Dutch East Indies under control and also take as many of these islands as possible. Take Guadalcanal and take all these little islands, because by 43, we're going to start getting hit hard by the Americans, I think. There, disrupt shipping near Australia. Okay, rough seas, rough seas. Not much going on. The Allies apparently not doing much. Oh, here's their turn now. Oh boy, there we go. A little bit of pressure in here for my ships. This Southern Army group is a big problem for me in China. We really got to be careful about that. Maybe this cavalry I can redeploy somewhere. The problem with China is so mountainous. It's really hard to use cavalry anywhere. I'm getting cut off here. I'm going to get Vietnam and Southeast Asia cut off. That's really bad. This is a big problem. We have no forces down there at all. Ugh. That's rough. Okay, keep bullying Australia. I'll send a few ships down here to bully the Australians a little bit. Okay, mechanized. Finally, we got this mechanized unit. Where can we drop it? We do have to drop it on the home island, so we'll have to transport it out later. We'll just drop it in over here for now, and then we'll have to ship it out later to make it be useful at least. You guys, actually, let's reinforce these guys up. And we'll get them ready to move. We got these guys ready to move out. We're going to get them to keep going south. Grab these oil fields while we're here. And get you guys to start moving south as well. We're going to move these ones out pretty soon, I think. Here, reinforce these ones, my ships. As long as I keep my fleets alive, I think it'll be okay. Okay, submarine dives. We'll just keep pushing on there. Get you guys to keep moving south as well. Capture these oil fields as well here. Who can we redeploy? Okay, you're ready to deploy. Let's drop these guys on Palembang. I wonder if this is defended or not. I should probably check to see. I don't think it is, so maybe we can drop the paratroopers on there. Okay, paratroopers land. We take Palembang, which is great. We have a few of our naval bombers. Let's see if we can hit any of these ships. Force these submarines underwater at least. Bring these guys all to defend my carrier. Try to push the Dutch out of here. Get these Dutch fleets out of here, if possible. Alright, that's good. We'll try to surround him, make sure he can't go anywhere. Capture the oil fields as well. And start getting these guys unloaded so we can send them out somewhere. So you, we're going to bring you back down here to land at Batavia again. And unload these guys. We'll also bring you down south. The Indian Nationals, we'll leave them here for now. I'm not really sure what to do with them. We'll have to figure out what to do with them, to be honest. I'm going to actually move these guys into Bruma to support a little bit. Okay, let's see if we can push these guys out. Keep my HQ moving. Alright, if we can capture Mandalay, that'll be very helpful, because Mandalay is the key area. You can see all these roads from Wanting in China and Yunnan and Impal. All these roads lead to Mandalay. So if we can take Mandalay, that'll be a huge, huge bonus for us. We have a big problem is the Chinese are going to cut us off in South China, which is a massive problem. Very big problem here. We got to somehow deal with that. I don't know what to do, honestly. Let's keep softening these positions up. I may have to redeploy some units to South China. Like maybe this cavalry. I'm going to redeploy this cavalry. They're not useful up here. Let's redeploy them to... Oh, I can't even go there. I don't even have the range for it. I wonder where these cavalry would be helpful for me. They're really not helpful right here. Let's move them over here. Maybe we can do something with them. I don't know. You guys to keep moving up to Huibei. Okay, we might be able to soften this one up. This one's pretty weak at the moment. Can use our bombers to hopefully soften these guys up a little bit. Okay, we can get a few hits on them. Not great, but not terrible either. These tanks are not being helpful for me. I wonder what I should do with these tanks, because they can't really push in. They're not really helping me defend that well at the moment. I would like to get these out of here into a better position. Let's pull them back to Guangzhou, or Ganzhou here. And right here is a huge problem. We really are having a big issue here. We can reinforce this garrison, but that's not good. This is really bad. Okay, let's see what we can do about that. I don't know. Okay, these guys are already all dealt with. We're going to have to see if we can drop some more units into China, honestly. Like, we really are lacking units. I invested a little bit in Navy before. We probably need at least one other army in China, to be honest. I'm going to purchase one more army, and maybe let's get some more garrisons for a few of these other factions. Can we afford anything else with Thailand or anyone else? No, we can't. Let's purchase a garrison for Nanjing as well. And see if we can reinforce anybody. Okay, reinforce some of these positions up here. Okay, that's all my MP. That's good. Let's continue on. And end the turn. I think that's everything, right? Oh, I forgot about Wake Island. Yes, my island campaign. So let's keep going here. We need to crush the Americans here. It's a very tough fight because these guys are really dug in. But if we keep weakening them with bomb attacks, we might be able to break this. Looks like we're pretty close. Okay, we did it. Great. Nice. Take Midway Island. Excellent. And we'll start repositioning to recover this fleet a little bit here. Keep our... Let's send our submarine around to see if we can find anything in here. See what's going on. Keep our submarine off the coast there. Let's also check on what's going on in Australia. We are currently trying to occupy some of these positions and block their shipping. Oh. Shit, enemy contact. They're block as much of their shipping as possible. Really try to starve out Australia here. You guys are ready to move on here. That's great. All right, we're going to have to also move on to here next turn. Do I have some ships moving south, I thought? I had some ships around here somewhere. Oh, yeah, these guys I'm moving out to Wake Island. That's right. Maybe I'll move one destroyer down south to go help out with this Guadalcanal campaign. All right, that's pretty good. We've been able to capture this island. We got to go for Guadalcanal next. And what about here? This is super isolated. We can maybe redeploy these guys pretty soon. Maybe next turn we can redeploy these guys, send them to Guadalcanal. I don't know if that's worth it. What's going on here? Did we already deal with these guys? We got our landing. Let's actually move these guys inland a little bit. Okay, all right, that's good. I think we're pretty good for everything, right? I think it's everything kind of dealt with that we needed to. So let's end here. I don't think there's anything left outstanding, right? What's this? Okay, one ship there. Yeah, we're moving him south. This invasion is going okay. This invasion's going okay. This invasion is about done. We do have an army right here. We could send these guys out somewhere. I would love to redeploy these guys to some other location. I don't know where, though. We'll have to see if possible. Basically can't even move these guys. These guys are just stuck here at the moment. So let's just wait a minute. Oh, we're out of MP. That's why. Okay, so let's end the turn. I think that's everything basically dealt with. Okay, let's end the turn here. 19th garrison lost. Okay, so they lost there. Third tank suffers attrition. A lot of attrition in here. We need to get our commander up. Loss of Midway reduces U.S. national morale. Great. Bismarck Archipelago surrenders. Nice. We'll have to go after Guadalcanal next. Hawaii mobilizes National Guard. Okay, great. The Hawaiian National Guard. U.S. forces deploy in the South Pacific. Ready to stop shipping near Sydney. Ready to stop shipping near Brisbane. Great. Okay, let's see here. Sunk at Pearl Harbor, refloated California, returns to service. Oh boy, this is bad. My Chinese situation is so terrible. Oh boy. This is rough. Taking a beating in the in Indonesia as well. Oh, they got my submarine. Geez, we really have to save South China because I'm gonna lose all of Indochina, to be honest. I have no forces there at all. Really have to get something out there. I have some mechanized troops, so we're gonna try to move these guys out and go send them down south. Okay, Zheng Shao liberated. Heavy artillery spotted. Now that we're with the USA and other countries, there's a possibility they may try to invade our shores. We should equip our home guard to repel invaders. Let's see. Sure. Let's do that. That's great. And we need to get this one out. Let's get you ready to transport. And we're going to transport this one to the south here to support our push into South China. Because this is a big problem right here. Really need to have more forces there. I'm going to keep moving these tanks around. Okay, all right. We probably also need some more. Okay, 1 to 3. That's actually not bad. We'll get the scout cavalry to keep moving into Hubei as well. Okay, just reinforce. I think we're just going to have to focus on being a little bit defensive in China because this is not really working well, to be honest. Oh, we can get a nice attack on there. Okay, try to soften these ones up. Okay, we'll have to try to do this. We're really losing a lot of troops here, so we got to be careful and try to reinforce these guys a little bit more. Thai army is going to move up north. Why can we not move up north anymore? Okay, move into Mandalay. Thai army is like blocked at the moment, apparently. Okay, we're just having a hard time going through here. Not enough supply. Okay, get you guys ready to invade as well. Okay, this is pretty good. We're in a good position now. We can start bombing some of these locations. There we go. Maybe even take out this whole air bait here, air group here. We're going to have to pull some of these ships out. They're getting a little bit roughed up. Let's upgrade some of these ones, though. Okay, that's pretty good. Get you guys to move in. We'll get these ones ready to also move out. We'll have the paratroopers prepare themselves to get out of here. And get the Indian National Army. Maybe we can upgrade these guys a little bit. I like to have the Indian National Army. It'd be cool if we can get them to invade India and then... one army, though, I don't know if that's going to work out, but, you know, it'd be kind of funny if that happened. Where can I move these guys? I guess nowhere, basically, right? I would like them to come in the south here and support my campaign. We'll have to see if we can unload these guys pretty soon. Okay, try to push in on these positions here. Can we rebase anywhere? I guess not. Okay, get you guys to start moving there. We're going to take these ones out of Brunei and we're going to move them somewhere else. Let's transport them to another location. That'll be very good. Move them down here. We're going to have them help with the invasion of Java, I guess. Actually, I guess this invasion's going pretty well. We don't need much more support there. I think we may move them to China because we really need more help in China, honestly. There. Get more support in South China if possible. Okay, there we go. So we'll get those guys here. We have enough, I think, forces in the south here to deal with Indonesia. Able to take this position. That's great. This is already done with. Okay, so what should be next? We got you coming down here as well. Let's start moving on to Guadalcanal next. That'll be our next goal. Okay, our super battleship will get you to come over here and maybe start bombing some of these positions. Putting pressure on these positions is very helpful for us. We can also move you a little bit forward to this airbase. That'll allow us to do some bombing runs on Guadalcanal pretty soon. Okay, there we go. I think that's pretty good. Next turn we can deal with these guys. Alright, keep these ones moving up. Build up a big force at Midway. And maybe get you guys ready to transport out of here as well. Not sure where to bring them, but I'm going to bring them south to help with the island campaign. You know what? We could send these guys to the Aleutian Islands. That might be interesting. Let's try that. Someone was asking me about doing an Aleutian Island campaign. So we can do this. We might need to send a ship up there. So let's try that maybe next. You know what? We probably shouldn't send this as a transport. We should probably send it as a naval invasion, but we'll have to see here in a minute. And we'll send one of these ships up north to go support that invasion of the islands there. Maybe this battleship. Okay, get you to stay here and defend. And I think that's fine. We'll get the carriers to kind of hang around out here as well. All right, pretty good. I think that's fine. We'll pull our submarine away a little bit. I just want to keep an eye out ahead of this big navy here, because eventually the Americans are going to come, and they're probably going to go for Midway Island first. So we'll have a little bit of a defensive position at Midway, build up a big naval force there, and hopefully use that to help. And we'll also try to go for the Aleutian Islands, take some of these ones over here. That'll be another priority for us. Okay, is that everything I need to deal with? Did I already deal with China? I guess not, but we'll keep pushing down here. Okay, this is not a bad position. We can maybe knock out the Chinese communists here. Okay, you are in a little bit of a bad position here. Yeah, we already talked about these guys. These guys are all a little bit out of position. Not really great. And at least we have some defenses here now, so hopefully this southern push will be locked down in a minute. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's continue on here. I think that's everything I wanted to do, right? Okay, that's fine. Let's end the turn. I think that's everything I needed to do. Did you move yet? Oh, we didn't move you yet. Where were you going, right? I don't remember where you were going. You were going south to help with this, I think. I probably should get you in a position to fight somewhere else. Maybe we'll move you, keep moving you south, I guess. That's fine. If we can have superiority in this position, it'll make it easier to fight the Americans here. Let's also see about purchasing any new units. Let's pick up a new corps for Thailand. That'll be good for us. It'll be very helpful. Okay, good. That's fine. We'll save it there. And any upgrades we can do, let's quickly deal with that. See if we can upgrade anybody. Or resupply anyone. I think no. I think that's pretty good. We'll resupply some of these troops in Manchuria to buff up their forces a little bit more. Otherwise, I think that's enough. We don't need to do much. Okay, let's end the turn. That's fine. Geez, attrition in the jungle here. Oh, you know what I forgot? I should have pulled one of my forces away from Australia. Near, what is this, Victoria or Melbourne? It's a little bit too far south. It's probably going to get killed, so we should probably pull away from there. Okay, yeah, there he goes. He's getting bombed. Some Americans showing up here. It looks like the Americans are mostly attacking Guadalcanal area. I mostly see them hanging around there. So we'll have to see if we can go target them somehow. Oh boy, this is rough. Losing Nanjing will be pretty bad, so we have to be careful if we can. We do have this map in the bottom, which gives us a good view of what we control at the moment. We do control a lot of Asia right now. Keep raiding the Australian coasts. That'll really put pressure on Australia and maybe make it easier for us to invade New Guinea later. Okay, War of the British Empire. We should consider preparing a naval counterattack. Sure. Okay, garrison's mobilized. Just continue the invasion of these areas. Okay, engineers, great. Where can we put them? Nanjing, great. We'll drop you there. Okay, let's continue our fight here. Try to keep softening up this position here. Okay, these planes here are causing me trouble. We'll see if we can knock them out. Okay, finally took out that airplane, which is great. And we can take Oosthaven, which will eliminate this whole island basically as a threat for us. So now we should have a little bit of an advantage here fighting in Batavia. All right, looks like the Americans, some submarine or something here. Try to reinforce this one. We need to keep my ships alive. I do not want to lose any ships if I can avoid it. Okay, taken over, almost taken over Java. We still have Batavia left, which is very key for us, but beyond that, we don't have that much left over. Oh boy, that was rough. Okay, take these positions here. What other key positions are important for us? Let's see here. Yeah, this guy's we need to get out of here pretty soon. I don't know how we can get them out of here. Here, we'll capture some supply positions here first. This will help us get into a little bit of a better position. I'm not sure why I can't move this fleet out. And keep an eye out for the Americans. I see them hanging around here. We do have this carrier taking a lot of damage, so we need to be careful. I'm actually going to pull them back to this port here and rest them up a little bit. What is this? I think it's a American... What is this? An American battle destroyer? Okay, we can do a lot of damage here. Maybe we can just sink them. Okay, great. That's nice. Okay, that's pretty good. I think that's doing well there. We'll keep looking at our Aleutian Island campaign, which is going to go on pretty soon. Now, I can't really land here. We need to actually have a landing position. So I think I may have to actually unload these guys first. This may have been a mistake to put them in a transport. I need to actually make them amphibious. So we'll send this destroyer, this battleship up here to kind of bully these islands. And then we can figure that out in a minute, how to deal with that. Okay, this force up here still. I'm going to reinforce you guys. And keep these positions here. Try to set up a nice battle position so we can deal with the Americans when they come. Try to put the carriers behind our fleet here. Just keep this as a defensive position, I guess. This will have to be a defensive position. Going for the Aleutian Islands will also be very helpful. What other things am I doing here? Okay, already dealt with this. We dealt with this. We need to start unloading some of these troops from here soon. We'll get the Indians out of here too. We'll send them out for somewhere. I wonder where we should send the Indian invasion. You know what? Let's send them around. We could send them over here to Rangoon. I wonder if that's like a little bit cruel, because this is going to be like the most heavily defended area. Okay, we capture Mandalay. Excellent. Keep our HQ moving up north. So having Mandalay under control is very helpful for us. Just keep reinforcing this garrison here. It just has to hold on. That's it. We do have some tanks, which will help out once we can get them around the south here. All of these I'm going to spend some time to reinforce, because these guys are doing pretty weak right now. Okay, keep the cavalry moving. 5-1. Wow, let's take that. That's definitely worth it. Okay, these guys we got to move back. We'll see if we can take back Zheishou here, but we're kind of lacking in the central China area. Maybe able to crush the communists here, I don't know. It's pretty weak at the moment. See if we can surround this position in Datong. Okay, China is a little bit rough right now, especially South China here. We're kind of holding in the south. Here it's looking kind of bad around Hebei. But this is not looking that great. Okay, really need more commanders. That's something we really need to invest in a little bit. And I think I'm going to redeploy this commander actually to somewhere else. Where do we need more supply? Let's actually move him over to Hanoi to support up here. And we're going to try to move more troops into South China as we go. And you know what? I do have a transport actually. I was moving here. We're going to get you guys to actually move into this location. There, some mechanized units here. Try to regain control over a Guangxi area in the south. Will hopefully help us out a lot. I think I'm going to rebase some of these airplanes back to the mainland here so we can hopefully deal with China a little bit better. Okay, that's going to have to be good enough, you know? I think that's everything I was doing right. We dealt with Burma right now. We can move on to some of these objectives like Wanting and Impal. These will be more important, I think, than going for Rangoon. Even though Rangoon is the capital, I don't know if we can take that easily. Okay, here's my big navy ball. I'm hoping I can get the Americans to come here and fight this big navy. But who knows when that'll happen? I don't know. Okay, just check around. I just want to make sure I'm actually remembering everything. Yeah, we just need to get these guys out. I'm not sure why I can't bring these guys out and move them around somewhere. Okay, these guys I can. Let's get you to come out. Bring them somewhere else. Maybe we'll move them to American Samoa. That might be an interesting place to target. And I'm going to pull out of Australia a little bit. We got this ship here needs some support. We're going to pull it back up to block Sydney a little bit. Oh boy. That's rough. Oh, that's not good. We don't want to do that. So let's not bother with that. Can we shoot them with this? What's that going to do? 3-1. Not bad. At least we can save our ship. All right. This is good, I think. Let's continue on. We'll end the turn here for now. Yeah, that's fine. I think we'll end the turn. I think that's everything basically dealt with that we need to worry about. So we'll end off here. There we go. Let's end the turn. We're almost done with the Indonesian invasion. And we can take Guadalcanal. We'll be in a pretty good position to hopefully deal with the Americans when they start pushing. Because they will push very soon. Oh, did they sink a ship? Oh boy, American fleet coming out here. I probably need more ships to support in Indonesia because I don't have enough there right now, and the Americans are causing me a little bit of a problem here. We also need to reconnect our our forces in Indochina with the rest of China here. Oh boy, yeah, this is going to be a problem. We're getting surrounded here. I hope we don't lose this carrier. If we can take Batavia, that'll help out a lot. It'll cut their supply lines here. Okay, so the Chinese are pulling back. That's good. So we can actually reconnect everything in China again, which is great. Oh, we lost a destroyer, unfortunately. Giant battleship called the Shinao in construction. Completed aircraft carrier. Let's see. Construction of super battleship or convert to aircraft carrier. I'm going to go convert it to aircraft carrier because aircraft carriers are definitely way better than the battleships. Okay, let's get you guys out of here. We need to get you out of here to go heal up a little bit. There. Get these guys to keep raiding the ports a little bit. And get ready for another invasion of this area here. Get naval invasion to come next turn. Okay, we'll have to see if we can help these ones up. Reinforce the aircraft. There we go. Great. And we'll have to reinforce our carrier next turn to help it fix up a little bit. Now these guys, I'm not really sure why I can't move them off of this island. They're kind of just stuck here now for some reason. Here, we'll move these ships over here to help with the invasion of Guadalcanal. And I have a few other units, like this guy is moving out somewhere. Okay, this is already done. I think we don't need to worry too much about this island. We're going to keep pushing on Batavia here. All right, you guys, we'll get you ready to leave as well. Get these paratroopers or these other units out of the island here. We don't need them to be here. We can maybe send them out to Rangoon. Like, maybe these guys going to Thailand will be very helpful. Okay, get all these guys under supply. Okay, get the Thai army to defend the south. We're going to have these ones continue moving north, these tanks moving north. Let's reinforce them a little bit while they're in Rangoon. Okay, I think that's about it. We'll get you guys to get out of here too. To see where we can send these guys. I would like to deal with Batavia. So we might have to actually unload these guys. Let's see if we can drop them somewhere. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll navally move them as like the navy there. Okay, let's see if we can deal with Batavia. It's a little bit tough. At least they don't have any air forces now, so we can hopefully bomb them with impunity. Just keep weakening this position. Not much else we can really do. Just keep attacking them, and hopefully we can take Batavia and then take this whole area. Now, we do have a lot of Americans here, which is a big issue. We really need to get more naval forces in this area, because this is turning into a big battle here. Okay, try to force the submarine to dive will be great. Maybe we can move a few ships from the north somewhere else down there. We'll send these guys south here. I don't know. I don't know what to do with these guys, to be honest. I wonder if we should... We could maybe try attacking Australia. Would that be kind of funny? I don't know. Let's actually send them around the coast over here. And let's keep dealing with China at the moment. Okay, keep our tanks moving up, keep our mechanized infantry, and just push these positions a little bit to regain some control over the southern force. Okay, let's put a few bombing on there. My big problem in China is actually right here, because this is super open. Now, this position is actually not that well defended, so maybe we can push in there. We do have our cavalry, which is able to kind of squeeze around here right now, which is not too bad, actually. Okay, let's try this. Push again in the middle here. I might redeploy this airplane somewhere else, because it's not really helping me out much here. Let's maybe redeploy it somewhere different. We'll move it maybe over to... you know what? Let's move it over here. This will actually be great. We can have it support us in Asia a little bit more, in Rangoon. We'll move it maybe to Bangkok area. I'm really worried about this position here, because we got a lot of American ships here that are definitely causing us big problems. And our carrier is a little bit exposed. I'm actually going to move the carrier into a safe position in the port, so it doesn't get blasted. Our battleships, they can stay out here. Okay, and how is this going in Guadalcanal? This is still kind of going on. All right, let's go check out what else is going on here. I did have my Aleutian Island guys who are going to go out pretty soon. There, send them as amphibious transport. And then we'll send them over here. We got this to kind of keep an eye on what's going on. Just to bomb this position here. We also got to see if we can invest in research as much as possible. I'm going to go for... What else should we get? Let's get more naval... Oh, not enough funds for that. What do we have funds for? Mobility. Let's see... anti-air, advanced subs. You know, let's go for advanced subs. That'll be good. Okay, that's all our money then, but that's fine. Okay, we got positions basically everywhere. Okay, I think I've dealt with everything, right? That's all the missions I was doing. What is this guy? Did I do anything with him? Yeah, I was going to go after Samoa next turn. Okay, I think that's everybody, right? It's hard to keep track of what you're doing because there's so much shit going on in the Pacific right now. Again, just keep my submarine here to kind of keep an eye on what's happening. Okay, there we go. Sorry. I keep getting frozen. Sometimes when I right-click or I click incorrectly, it freezes up a little bit. What about these guys? Was I doing anything with you guys? I want to pull this one out. So we're going to do that. Get them out of here. We'll keep some ships here to disrupt the shipping in Sydney. But everyone else is going to leave. I may actually pull some ships away from here. Let's pull off a battleship and go help in Indonesia a little bit more. Because we have a lot of ships here. We don't need this many here, to be honest. We'll send the Yamato out here as well. And we'll send them over to Indonesia because we do need a little bit more naval support over here. Okay, let's end the turn. This may actually be my last turn as well. It's almost up time for my streaming time. We're basically still in the very early war. If we can finish and take Indonesia, that'll be a nice big boon for us. Indonesia, Guadalcanal, and maybe a few more little islands, and that'll be quite nice. And then after that, I think our next bet will be for New Guinea. This is a problem, though. We're losing ships here a lot, which is very bad. So we got to bring more ships there to support. We can't lose ships. Any loss we take is really terrible, so we can't be losing anything. The ships especially, because ships are expensive to buy. They cost like all my money for the turn to buy one ship, basically. If we can finish taking Indonesia, we'll have a nice resource boost, which will be very helpful for us. Okay, pushing in on the Thai army a little bit. Situation in China's kind of getting under control. Okay, we got to watch out for our transport. We don't want them to get sunk. Okay, keep raiding Australia, that's fine. Okay, let's continue here. Battleship spotted on the Pacific US coast. Okay, let's deploy these guys. And we'll get them out of here very soon. Artillery, we'll get you there too. And actually, we should send these guys out. I'm going to transport these guys to China. Where would they be most helpful? In central China? Maybe. Send them to Shanghai for now. We'll get them out here. And then we can ship them wherever we want on the train lines. Okay, push away this artillery. Alright, pretty good. This push in the south is helping stabilize things a little bit better. Okay, this guy's way too exposed. Just keep up this defensive position. I guess that's the best we can really do. Okay, can't really move anywhere, basically. with this cavalry, unfortunately. Now, we may or may not be able to crush the Chinese here, or the Chinese communists here. I don't know. Let's see if we can arrange that and totally surround them. Okay, we might knock them out soon. I don't know if we can. We'll see if we can get them out of there. Let's see what else we can do. What else can we do in China? Just have to hold the lines, I guess. There's not really a lot we can manage. And where did I move my bomber? This bomber here, I want to use it. There we go. So we'll use this to help us deal with some of these forces here. Okay, we have our tanks. We could move them up to Impal or somewhere else. Let's maybe push down to Rangoon. I guess that would be a pretty good idea. This position is pretty tough, but we'll see if we can break them a little bit later. Still pretty rough, but we'll have to leave it there. We can't really do much at the moment with that. Okay, we got to deal with this problem in the area here. A lot of American ships and British ships here. Okay, force them to retreat is good. And these guys, I think we're going to move them over here as well. We'll get them to land and support this invasion here. Okay, one more turn. We might be able to push this in, honestly. Okay, there we go. Paratroopers can take that, and then we can take Batavia right now. Great. So, taking over the Indonesia, this should hopefully clear up this region a little bit more, which will be very, very helpful for us. Now, this port is a problem for them. They're going to be trapped in this port here. Okay, there we go. Try to bully these ships out of the strait here, and we'll send some more ships to support. Get the submarines to dive and get out of here. We'll send these ships over here as well to go support over there, because there's a lot of enemy ships kind of bothering us at the moment. I don't know why I can't redeploy these guys. It's really annoying that they won't let me. Okay, keep fixing up our aircraft here. We're going to rebase you as well. And go for an invasion of Kukum. There we go. So capture this for Guadalcanal. Guadalcanal should fall then, or it should count as being fallen. We're also going to invade here, Appa. There we go. And we'll see if we can take this one, American Samoa, next. That'll be the next goal here. And where's my Aleutian Island guy? This guy, we're going to send him out to the Aleutian Islands in a minute. Try to soften up this position with the battleship and keep these battleships here as well. Let's upgrade these guys. We're going to make this a really hard point. This is going to be my kill point for the American Navy when they come out. Silent mode, hunt mode. Actually, I want to keep them silent because I want to just spy what's going on around here. Need to make sure we can spot the American ships before they get close to us. So we'll keep you kind of around here. Let's send out one of the destroyers as well to kind of keep an eye out up ahead before anybody arrives. This is a pretty big force. We can probably send more battleships up here to support this navy. But this is pretty large. If any Americans try to attack, I think this might be enough to deal with it. This big force here. Do you have any other ships hanging around? We do have a few ships hanging around. Let's maybe try to bomb some of these locations. That'll help us, you know, get some more points there. What else do we have here? Kogo battleship. We'll start moving around to deal with some of these other locations. Bomb these positions around here. Oh yes, my special forces. Let's actually get you guys to land here if possible. So I think Guadalcanal is not done yet. We still have a few things we need to deal with, but maybe we can get them out of here soon. I'm not sure why these guys... I can't do anything with them. I can't move them anywhere. Let's rebase my planes elsewhere as well. We'll eventually move them to this airfield. And that'll let us bomb Australia. Once we have Guadalcanal, we should be able to deal with Australia and bomb them. Okay, I was moving the Indian Army up to Bangkok to unload them. Okay, this is already dealt with. What about you, this bomber? Okay, we need to deal with these airplanes first. Too many airplanes, interceptors there. I think that's everything done, right? I think I've done kind of everything I need to do. These guys I need to get out. We'll unload them soon. Let's transport them somewhere. I don't know if we should try another naval invasion of anything. We'll have to get... Oh, sorry, this garrison. Actually, I want to leave here. I don't want to be moving that around. We'll get you out somewhere. I don't know where to send them. Let's send them just as a transport. A little bit cheaper. And we can immediately get them to go somewhere useful. Like, where else do I need to go with these guys? Could send them up to Bangkok to help in the Asian mainland here. Yeah, these two will help out with our campaign out here. I think that'll be okay. All right, that's going to have to be fine. That'll be good. All right, that's pretty good. Let's end the turn, and we'll see kind of how things are playing out a little bit. So there's our campaign here. We'll move up through the Aleutian Islands. We're trying to bait the Americans to come over here. I see some ships coming. They might make their way to Midway. I don't know if we can get any more ships up there in time to support that. I do want to support this Aleutian Island landing, so we're going to keep you right here. But this might be enough. These forces out here might be enough to deal with this. The map is the whole map of the Japan. The map is the whole map of East Asia and Western North America. Island hopping simulator. Weird that this game tries to be realistic, but include a fictional country like New Zealand on the map. Yeah, we could invade New Zealand later. I mean... Actually, we should probably be bullying them a little bit. Maybe we should move some ships down there. I do want to actually get this ship out of here. That's another thing I want to do. To resupply in the port a little bit. We could move some ships over here to bully New Zealand, but I'm going to keep bullying Australia, because Australia is more of an issue for me at the moment, I think. All right, let's end the turn. I think that's everything I need to do this turn, right? I don't know why I can't move this group out. They're for some reason, they're stuck on this little island, and I can't get them out of here. So I'll have to see next turn if I can do anything with them. But let's end the turn then. And I think this turn will be my last turn here. Capture of Guadalcanal. Dutch East Indies surrenders. Great. Lots of MPP. Oh, tons of it. Solomon Islands surrenders. Excellent, excellent. So really, really great. We're getting a lot of big gains right now. So this is probably our maximum. Our next goal will be New Guinea, I guess. Yeah, these guys are in the wrong port to pull into. Oh, no. Ready to stop shipping near Sydney. Great. Lee Marvin enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps. Okay, now we're done. Now we're screwed. Production technology level 2. Okay, nice. Look how much MPP we have. Like tons and tons of resource at the moment. Calls on the British to quit India. We really need more support here because this is a big problem. A lot of American ships here that are really bullying us that we need to deal with. China is kind of stabilizing. We have a few more troops will move into China to hopefully help it out a little bit. But I'm really not prioritizing China that much. I'm really trying to get more other locations. Because China doesn't really offer anything. They're just like a big, like, pit for... They're just like a meat grinder over here. Like, there's nothing to do over here. Oh, boy. Oh, no. There goes my fucking tank. Oh, I kind of forgot about this troop transport where they were going somewhere. I don't remember where I was going to bring them. I think they were supposed to support the Indonesian invasion, but that's already kind of finished, so I guess I'll bring them somewhere else. We also have a commander in Manila. We should probably take them out and move them somewhere else. Actor Henry Fonda enlists in the U.S. Navy. Oh, no. Oh, boy. We're screwed now. Okay, we lost a destroyer, unfortunately. Okay, Portuguese Timor is undefended. Could easily be seized attachment already well. The risk of seizing territory may lead to war with Portugal. Sure. Let's do that. So seize Timor. Assuming to conquer the British Empire and USA, we need to consider expanding air defenses throughout our empire. In this view, we can call on both the Army and Navy to deploy 4 dedicated anti-aircraft units. Sure, we'll do that. To defend these islands a little bit more, a super battleship. Mirashi. Okay, there we go. Let's drop you there. We'll have to get some of these ones out of here as well. Transport these to mainland China. We really, really need this kind of artillery support on the Chinese mainland here. If we capture these ports, this would be very helpful because we don't have much right now to deal with this. Yeah, we don't have a port to actually put these guys in, unfortunately. Maybe I'm going to focus on taking one of these ports. That might be the best idea. Because right now, I don't have many options for ports to actually unload my units. Okay, where can we go with these guys? I'm not sure what I can do with this cavalry. Can't really go anywhere with them, to be honest. Maybe we can knock out the communists here. Okay, that's okay. At least we knocked them out. And we can maybe occupy that next turn. I don't know if we can. We'll have to see if it's possible. What about down here? We are defending this position pretty well. Okay, you are taking a lot of damage. We gotta defend you a little bit. These guys are a little bit out of position, so we can take advantage of that at least. Okay, our supply is out with these guys, so we got to be careful. We don't want to overextend them. And the Indian army, as well as this army here, they're going to start moving into Rangoon. Damn, we need to deal with these interceptors. They're becoming a really big problem for us. Let's move the tanks out of here. Eventually, if we can break this army, we can keep moving south. It's very tough to push through there. Okay, let's also get some of these troops out of Indonesia right now, because we really need them elsewhere. Bring some of these ships back to port to heal up a little bit. We'll quickly heal up all of these guys that are pretty wounded at the moment after fighting. Okay, we'll have to rearrange that later. We got a lot of guys who need to move around out of here. Okay, finally we can actually get you out of here. We're going to get you ready to invade another island. Maybe we'll send them to either Nauru, or actually probably down here would be the best bet. Okay, we got Guadalcanal already, which is great. Heal up our special forces. I should get you guys, our medium bombers, to start getting in position around here. Okay, there we go. Just heal up all our forces. They're all kind of battered a little bit. At least these guys are. Okay, there we go. So that's pretty good. We're going to have to get maybe Port Moresby as well. That'll be another priority for us. Let's keep repairing this ship. And also check out on our Aleutian Island campaign that's going to be going on right now. Okay, there we go. But we took this island. We're going to keep going through here. Get this battleship to help support us as much as possible. Still waiting for someone to show up on Midway here. Keep reinforcing Midway as well. So we have a good conquest. It's hard to really see. I wish this map would show what I control a little bit better. It doesn't really show it that well. This map at the bottom does. But can I maybe pull up the war map? Okay, never mind. It doesn't really show me what I'm controlling at the moment. Like, I wish it was, like, I like the Paradox games where they show you very obviously what territory is under your power and what isn't. Okay, we'll see if we can bomb some of these ships here. Force the submarines to dive and then get our ships out of here. Okay, that's going to have to be enough for all these guys. I think that's everything I need to do. Did we deal with China yet? We dealt with some of it. I think some of it I haven't dealt with yet. Okay, leave you guys there. That's fine. I think this is all okay, what we have right now. We'll try to get some troops landed to help out a little bit. We have another little army right here, which we could keep moving out. Get them on the rail line, and maybe we can move them somewhere else. Once they're on the railway, they can actually be useful for us. Okay, you are not ready for anything yet. And, okay, we've kind of dealt with everything here. That's fine. We'll try to occupy this communist base next turn. I think that's everything dealt with, right? Okay. I did have these ships moving in. We're going to actually move in here and deal with these American ships if possible. There we go. Force them out of here. Get out of here, you bastards. Try to save our ships and bring in a little bit more support there. Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, that's pretty nice. Now, I may end my stream here because it's been a long time. We did pretty well. I mean, we're just kind of following the historical path. I've been waiting at Midway forever with this big fleet for the Americans to come and fight me, and they just haven't wanted to do it. So I don't know when that's going to happen. I would love to sink a bunch of American ships. In the meantime, I'm just expanding on the Aleutian Islands. On the South Pacific Islands, I'm going to try to take American Samoa next, if possible. Let's actually reinforce this guy. This guy's a little bit weak right now. Reinforce him. We'll go after American Samoa next. And then also going for these other islands, New Caledonia, Vanuatu, and I guess maybe eventually Australia. I don't know. Can we even bomb Australia from here? Okay, these planes are busy at the moment. But yeah, pretty good. We took all of Indonesia at least. Next bet will be for New Guinea. That'll be our next step, I think. Do some invasions of northern New Guinea and then eventually onto Port Moresby. And what else? I guess that's about it. Going for Burma is the other thing. If we can push into Burma, we control Mandalay, which is nice because it cuts off this supply line. If we can either take Wanting or Impal, that'll also be quite good. But I would like to keep pushing down to Rangoon if possible. We just need to surround this unit and kick them out of here. That'll be very nice. By the way, I think I'm going to end the video, end the stream here. This has been quite a long time already, and we still have a lot of stuff to do. I'm going to finish off here and save up, and I'll probably see you guys again next time. Let me just save my campaign here. There we go. And I'll see you guys again next time. So goodbye, guys. See you guys later.